streaming. And let me make sure it's going. We go.
We go. All right. Well, hello, nerds. Welcome back for another exciting adventure of Adventures in Groran with our resident not dinguses. I'm not going to repeat myself. This group of dorks just went through a rather delightful constitutional time. Out on a hunting trip with Cairo's professor, Mr. Blackwood, a gift man of, as has been said in the past, exceptional girth and exceptionaler spirit. That is not a word, but it is now. While they were out, they had a gaggle of misfortunes, mostly befalling Ellie. Sorry.
No.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's lying.
No, he's not.
You're right, I'm not lying. After all, a lot happened, especially to Ellie. They nearly got
Yeah.
capsized in the first few minutes, Ellie's hydrophobia kicking into full effect by a giant thing that looked like a cross between a salmon and a wolverine. Then they arrived at the beachhead, and Ellie got sprayed by a magic skunk. And then she got absolutely eviscerated by a very angry Hydra during a final encounter, climactic encounter.
Fucking hurt.
It did. So, but you know, no trouble without some rewards out of it. You did get some trophies, got some Hydra bits, and also the horrible, crippling knowledge that. Oh, are you interrupting me now? Do you have something you want to say? You interrupting this broadcast? I have a new cat, everyone, for those who don't know.
Yes.
All right.
He's adorable.
She is currently playing. So, they received the rather unfortunate news that Kyra's home territory, the island nation of Fanto, was about to announce its independence from the Madrian Empire, and that was about to put her in a rather unfortunate position. So, left with that warning and an urgent request for them to take care and make their choices carefully, party was left at home with a few message scrolls and a few other, well, sending scrolls and little options and a lack of assurance as to who they could trust. Because times, well, the clock was ticking. And before long, where they were, wherever they were, would likely become a target. So, based on our past conversations and everything you guys have come up with, you all have elected to, for the time being, go along with Blackwood's initial request. To go along on the trip and slip away at an opportune moment. The time for that has slowly been running out, so as the railway nears completion and the expedition nears ever closer, if there is anything you all wish to do in Ithwich to speak to account for, whatever you like, you have the time and the option to do so.
Are we going to say the contents of our message spells in?
You can if you wish, sure. You want to recap on that?
I'm gonna have to scroll up.
Yep.
Ellie. So, when are we leaving? How much time do we have till we leave?
This is just like in general. You know that it is rapidly approaching the day that it's going to be done. So, in that span of time, what would you like to do within a reasonable couple weeks span of time, and within the Ithwich limits?
Ellie would like to see if there's like waterproof paper.
Waterproof paper, okay. Yeah, that would be easy enough to acquire. Shmamelia actually would be able to treat that.
Okay. She'd like to get some of that for a warning to our dragon.
Okay, all right.
Well,
Now,
what are you gonna do? You gonna give it to a shark? Yes. And she'd also just like to get just some general writing supplies, which I assume is easy enough
Oh, yeah.
to
Super easy to get, like, paper and quills and the like.
yeah,
That would
she
run
she
you,
like
like, God, that's chump change. The actual act of waterproofing is a simple enough enchantment for a single piece of paper.
I have no gold, apparently.
Anyways, the people we were sending messages to, we sent to, I think we agreed on the Dragon Quartermaster we met.
Yep.
Yes.
Myzik.
Yep.
Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot who else.
I'm pretty sure those are the only ones you canonically sent anything to. You were considering a couple of other names, but you held on to the scrolls for the rest.
So did we
There
get
The responses you got back from those three, as has been mentioned, Schmeizik seemed very surprised and taken aback, said that if you needed to stay with him, he was okay with that, and that they had a lot to talk about.
against it? Shit, sorry. Stay with me, need to make plans. Worst case scenario, we'll do everything. How?
Mm-hmm. Nicole's response basically boiled down to, I'll get there if you need me to. I'll have to fix up my airship for long distance travel, though.
And first I've heard of it, which I imagine since she has her own store, she asked a clarification.
Yep. She mentioned, dropped the name of what was clearly an airship based on the name, the Kite. You weren't sure exactly. You've never heard her say that before, but she's gone through so many projects like that. She straight up has her own Tony Stark basement just full of work in progress and prototypes and various things in various stages of completion.
So is she an armor class artificer?
Yes, she is.
Makes sense.
She is an armorer. And the quartermaster? His response was interesting. It basically boiled down to it was very formal in many regards. But it basically boiled down to that's a very serious accusation. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. We will observe and respond with the proper protocols in time.
I mean, we have no reason to lie, given that. In fact, we have every reason to go again, given what one of his students did.
Yep. You are very correct.
It's still a big thing to tell, a guy we met like twice.
Yep, that was his response regardless in that regard.
I think we also wanted to send a message to Guile.
Who? Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Dragonborn spy, as well as Groran.
Yeah, Miguel and the governess, yes.
How many message girls did we have?
5.
You had 6 total, and you've used
3
of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so we do those 2 as well.
Should we send one to Bettina, or could we ask Schmeizik when we see Schmeizik to warn Bettina?
I mean, you'll be stopping in Maraskos on the way. You'll be able to talk with him, shop for anything you need. You might be able to find more message scrolls. You don't know.
Yeah, good point.
Valid concern. It's your guy's choice to make. You can also choose to hold on to them.
I think Miguel is a good choice, because having another voice in in the Commonwealth and probably another friend is probably not bad to know.
That's a valid choice. All right, well, if you can work on that message if you so choose to, if you all agree to burn that.
It's fine with me, yeah. I decided that Irana wouldn't probably want to send a message to who she thought about, but, because they probably already know.
Yeah.
Would you want to send one to Albert at first, but...
Considered it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He probably already knows.
So he probably knew before I did.
Ellie wants to use one for Nako, but she knows she can't, so she doesn't even bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in there in the back of her mind.
Okay. Miguel Got dire information, Fanto independence imminent, war with Madria and Commonwealth likely, Ipswich may be staging ground, can't see more. Okay, good message.
Yeah, good use of words. It would,
All right, that leaves you with 2 left. I will think on a response for a moment. If you guys have anything you would wish to
I think
do.
our only issue with telling Corinne that she's under heavy watch by.
yeah.
Yep, that
Well,
she
they
is.
can't really intercept a message.
Also,
spell.
we're also in the basement doing it, so no one. So if we're being spied upon, no one can see us doing it.
Yep. That basement is very secure and nobody knows about it.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't
I
think.
think like someone like Nako, they would be able to intercept it because he's in
I
prison.
mean, yeah,
and they
like I
don't
felt,
want-
like I said, Ellie would not actually even bring it up because she knows it's a bad idea.
It's
But,
just one of.
I don't.
It's very understandable.
But for like the governess, yeah, I don't think that she would her office would be have those bugs. That's something you need to make an entire cell that stops.
Yeah,
Then
I mean,
spell.
that said, you also have to remember the fact that the current headmaster of the magic college nearby is a lich.
Yeah, BB.
Yes.
I don't know much about magic things, but by asking around, specifically our what is he? Our one-eyed guy,
Nothic, Professor
the
BJ.
Nothic. Would he know if message spell or sending can they be intercepted and heard by others? Because it doesn't seem like that's something someone could just yoink from nowhere, not even knowing it's coming.
I will roll for that, actually. See
Okay.
if Professor BJ knows that.
Can I roll an Arcana check on that too?
You certainly can.
Because given Nicole and everything, and Nicole's kind
Yep. You also took a semester at Magic College. You'd have at least learned some of the basics.
also Nicole's paranoid.
Yep.
Rightfully so, but
Exactly, rightfully so.
corporate espionage. Never know where it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my Arcana is 0, so I'm
17,
asking the
alright.
smarter people.
All right. So. All right. Professor BJ did not roll especially high, so
Oh,
his answer would basically boil down to, "Oh no, they can. I mean, maybe they can. Can they? Oh God." He would get very nervous, suddenly questioning everything over what he considers safe in this fragile world. Now, Kyra, with that 17, you would know sending is actually extremely secure. The only boundary that is questionable with it is sending it across planes.
Oh,
so we could
If
send it to Corin easy, and they would have no idea.
Yep. That said, it's still magic. So if someone has detect magic going, they would sense that they just received some kind of magical effect on them. And like an anti-magic area, it would not be able to pass through.
so
True.
But she's a wizard. If she has one of those, it's going to be a panic room.
also Wizard probably gets messages all the fucking time.
That they do.
Yeah, so it should be safe to send something to Corin if we want to.
Alright,
Yep.
so what would I roll to see if that's a good idea or not?
I mean, a general intelligence would be good for that. Or knowledge, history even, just for how you know Madrian society works. 23?
23.
Okay. You would not be caught doing that. However, she could react to it in a moment. She is pretty cold from what you have seen. She might know. Oh, she might not. It's just a matter of trusting how she'll respond to it.
Okay.
Plus, you don't know what she is doing in that exact moment.
So actually I have a better idea.
Okay?
What if we, instead of sending her the dire need, ask for a private time magic audience?
That is absolutely something that you can have pretty much any time after what you guys did against the Deep Scion. Hi, kitty. You are up on my shoulders.
Hey, Kel. As we have all these message spells and stuff, Ellie knows what's going through her head. Can I insight you, Kel, to see if I know what's going through your head? about your mom.
Oh, yeah. I suppose
Yeah.
you could.
Oh yeah, I'm asking first before I incite another player.
That is good. That's table etiquette. Always ask
Yeah.
before you can incite another player. Remember that, kids.
Yes. May I, Kel?
Yeah.
And if you wish to hide it, you can roll a deception check to counter. And if you don't really care and don't care about hiding, just let it go.
That's
Yeah.
how I do for 6.
That's 6. Kel's the most well-adjusted guy I know.
Okay, how's this for a mess?
Yeah, Kel, you're fine. It's all right. You're not like desperately wanting to speak to your loved ones. It's fine.
My God, he's so stable.
Look at him, so stoic.
We're
There's
also
nothing
well
going
adjusted.
on in-
Meanwhile, it's just Uthermar playing
It's Uthermar doing a Scottish reel.
What did you say, Callie?
Well, we're also well adjusted.
We
Yeah.
really are.
So much.
Would a depressed person make this? Presents Ginkgo.
Oh, that reminds me. Has my thing grown any?
It's only been a few days, but
Damn it.
yes, it has grown.
Yes.
It's a little
Yes.
shoot. It's not actually grown into a full flower yet.
Good.
So,
I believe.
The only thing is that Kel would see it pretty openly in that time.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Would
something
he?
growing in the pot that gave birth to Ginkgo.
He avoids it though. Would he see?
No, he
It's-
has it in fucking like.
It was in my
Police
room.
tape.
Oh shit! All right. I just rolled
Yes, it's
so
With
fucking
police
well.
tape.
I went armorless and everything so I could get my advantage on Cell.
Yep.
It worked out. But yes,
Yeah.
if you're looking at the pot, you would notice a little thing growing out of it. But if it's a out of sight, out of mind, I don't want to think about that thing ever again kind of situation.
Yeah. Would you care?
I would care. But it's
Oh, shit.
definitely out of sight, out of mind.
No one
You have
would
more
ever
important
take
things to
advantage
worry
of this.
What?
Mhm.
It's just, wow. Yeah, after Ginkgo, no one would ever take advantage of this, Kel thinks internally as he leaves it just sitting in the open.
Mhm.
Ellie loves Ginkgo, so
Ginkgo loves
hilarious.
everyone.
and he's hilarious, and he gives Rascos a friend to play with.
That he does. It's important. All right.
And
So
he's
that
safe from
message.
being eaten.
All right. Governess received dire news from inside source in Madre. We need private audience away with you alone from powerful, prying, magical eyes, Kyra. Okay. That's 2 responses I will think on. So, you guys have anything you wish to say or do? I will think on a 25 words response there.
Yeah. All right. Ella would just like to straight up ask them. We're going to leave a message. What is the dragon's name again? I keep forgetting.
Elagarn?
Elagarn, thank you. We are going to leave a message for Elagarn, warning him of what's coming. But we will leave it right before we leave. So, they won't.
We can ask the governor to see if she can do anything on that.
Well, it's less suspicious for the governor. It's less suspicious for us to leave them a message than it is for the governess.
You could also
We
tell
did.
the Hagen. They technically operate outside the city and call it
That
a
is true.
hunch. Imako kind of does a dog shrug and tilts her head to the side. That Lich Man doesn't exactly seem like the type that thinks about people that aren't humans in a serious manner.
Yeah,
I don't think he would suspect the Sahagin at all.
Well,
Hey,
we're
yeah,
getting.
thanks.
Yes.
Perhaps, perhaps maybe let's rearrange our meeting. Maybe.
Not a bad idea. I mean, they're a good neutral ground. They like you guys.
Also, yeah, hey, the governor's visiting the local Hagen for good relations and all that. So
Yes, that is not that. Oh, perhaps we could even get Elagarn to come in as, introducing.
well, if a dragon's there, there are probably more prying eyes there because that's a bit more.
I mean, he can glamour. He could probably make himself look like anything he wanted.
He could probably make himself look like a Sahagin.
Probably.
We could
I don't
go-
actually know. Never asked him. You'll have to go talk to him, Ellie.
Oh,
probably already
Oh.
has.
Ellie's face goes through the 5 stages of grief. Oh.
Do you not want to talk to him? I thought you were going to leave him a message.
No, yes, we do. Yes, that is the
Okay.
thing we will do.
Ron is
We're
looking at you like,
Do you want?
I'm not
you
gonna.
can
She's
insight
not gonna
that.
insight you because she's just like
Okay.
that's a weird reaction.
Ellie's lizard sweating, which is not actually sweating, but
No,
your mouth
it's
open.
mist. It's mist from your enclosure.
yes, we will go speak to Ellegarn, leave them a message, asking them to join us with the Hagen, and that we will ask what they can turn into, and we will insinuate that they probably should come unrecognizable as themselves. Yes, we will do this. This will be fine. This will go great.
I don't see why it wouldn't. He doesn't seem like a bad
Exactly.
guy.
No,
Also, Kyra's a bit paranoid, because before we send any message, Kyra roll like another insight or history check to make sure Blackwood wasn't acting more off.
Sure, yeah.
History or insight?
Insight for Blackwood specifically.
this will be fine.
21.
Okay. It definitely was a very serious moment for him, and you weren't used to seeing that from him. That's for sure.
But he wasn't like a changeling or under like a spell forced to say that or anything.
Not that you can tell. No, it'd be pretty hard for a doppelganger or changeling to mimic him, especially his combat abilities. So, best you can tell, no.
So maybe a false flag to try to provoke us to try to bust us. Very unlikely.
At this point, yes.
Yeah, who are we that they'd want to do that to us?
Kyra sweat.
Right. the lich, I forgot.
Yep. Alright, so, Miguel's response. I see, thank you. I suspected the House of Cards would crumble. I'll share this with those in the know. We'll see what happens. And I will get Corinne's response ready as well. So, carry on with your conversation. I'll have it ready in a minute.
We are going to get some treated paper from Spermeliet so we can leave our message with Ellegarn. And from there, the rest of us can approach the Sahagin. That's normal enough.
You want some backup?
Yes, that would be delightful.
Yeah, like a little icebreaker or something. You know, everyone loves showing off a dog to someone there, you know.
You do have magnificent patterns, Anafa.
It is true. Keep talking.
Fuck.
I knew that would be her response.
Yep.
Well, would anyone else like to come?
Do you want somebody to come?
No, it's fine. We don't need anybody.
I mean, I'll come with if you want me to.
I have to see this.
Yes, that would be fine, Amarana. Please.
Rana's face is just like a question mark right now, by the way.
Ellie's is, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Just looking like, what the fuck's the problem here?
Is that Ellie right now?
Yeah, that's funny. That's really funny.
We would also like to just leave a regular message with Spermelia, just because she is our friend, and we would like her to be safe. But that is much simpler to just leave her a note right before we leave.
Yeah,
And ask her, tell her it's a surprise, and ask her to open it later. Because why would they wouldn't be scrying, air quotes, on Shmamelia.
They shouldn't be.
Elves.
Yeah, but there aren't any elves in town at this point that you know of. None
Yeah.
like that. None that are
Damn.
bad news.
God damn it, Kay. Fuck. Oh, damn it, Kay. I love this new meme.
People have really bit down on that one.
Love it. It's my new favorite.
Just love how easily adapted they are into all these different styles.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, that's fucking
Thanks. I feel old now.
yeah.
I really hate that.
Oh.
Alright. Anyway, Corinne's response is not even the full 25 words, just where would you prefer?
Did she cast sending back so we can send the sending back to her, or did she just?
Actually, yes, she did.
Okay, cool. So you have the full 20. So we can't respond unless she casts it herself.
Or you burn another scroll.
Yeah, which is tricky.
You're down to 1 now, so yeah.
What's that? What's that? Oh yeah, possible deniability.
That's a good idea. Long words.
So we will go see Eligard. We'll grab our paper from Shmamelia along the way. Hope it works. Well, suppose we could go see the Sahagin after, or would you two like to go see the Sahagin?
Come,
I don't think Kel ever really interacted with them besides during the party.
That's right. You haven't, Calvin.
They're right up your alley, though. They're a bunch of swarthy shark men.
They're wonderful.
And these
We
big
are a part of their
dogs.
tribe. But maybe you and Kyra should go to that, unless you have other plans.
Not really.
Kyra. Right, you're right.
Kyra is
You're
deep in
counting.
thought. You can see
You're
an
counting
hourglass. You can see a rotating hourglass over Kyra's head. All right.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. Kyra,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps you and Kel could go see the Sahagin while me and Arana go to see Eligard.
Perhaps.
We could get this meeting set up. Sooner would be better, so there's more time to prepare. And I suppose Imako is coming with us.
Yeah, I'll go along. I kind of want to see this.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Let's go.
Rana's
Kyra shoots Yamako a look.
Hey, you don't know. You don't
No,
know.
but Kyra shares a head with Imako.
It's true.
Fair.
So Kyra knows Imako's.
plotting something.
Imako. Yes, let us go. Ellie suits up because she always suits up and
Yep.
heads out.
All right.
Especially now when she's start getting ready to go down, she's not going anywhere unarmed.
Absolutely.
Still don't know
All right.
what the fuck is going on.
So you make your way out. You pass through town fairly quickly. If you wanted to stop over at Shmamelia's little stand, it is doing rather well. You see her selling a few potions to an elderly goblin woman who is so hunched over her nose is practically poking the ground.
Oh, I should leave a message for the town guard too. Maybe I would have. That was tricky. I should have brought that up. We'll talk about that later.
Keyboard.
What?
Get off my keyboard, kitty.
Shmamelia.
Oh, hello. Been a little bit. What have you been up to?
Oh, the usual adventuring, dying, sort of.
I've done
Oh,
that
wow.
twice now.
Yeah, it is our first time.
Nice. Wow. She is noticing some of the acid damage on some of your scales. It's like,
Yeah, they're not easy to hide.
that looks painful.
It was quite painful.
Let me
Now
guess
they're-
by the size of the bites. I'm guessing a hydra?
That's what they were called, right, Arana?
Yes, that was what it was.
Yes, the
Yeah,
Hydra.
Sheesh, that thing must hit you with every head it had.
Yes.
Yeah, don't
Yes,
worry.
it did.
Don't worry about it. I shoved it into a wall. She does not
Impressive.
explain. She does not explain further.
It's like, impressive. Well,
Ellie nods sagely.
you want something for that? I sell things that can treat burns like that.
No, it is all right. They do not hurt. Well,
Anywhere.
mostly anymore.
Well, if you want, there's merit to having scars too. But if you ever do,
It is a showing of what we have survived.
that's a good way of looking at it, I guess.
Arana has scars. Kel has scars. Kyra will probably get scars in the future.
Kyra
Wow.
has emotional scar.
Yes, Kyra has scars that you cannot see.
They're the
I'm
most
the only
painful.
one who hasn't died yet.
Yes, you still
I'm
have a scar though.
College student, I'm getting inside.
What?
I'm a college student, I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been finals week.
Dun, dun, dun. But yes, we are fine with this. We take pride in it, because we may not have been the one to end it, but we survived it.
Good on you. So is there something you need instead?
Yes, we mentioned to you the other day about well, we now don't know. We are hoping to get some paper that will not fall apart underwater.
Waterproof paper, huh?
Yes.
Easy enough enchantment. I could honestly just. How many you need?
2, 3, maybe.
Okay.
It is not a particularly complicated message, but we would like to give it to someone.
Do you need it to last a particularly long time, or is it a pretty
No,
quick thing?
pretty quick. We would like to give it to them and have them read it when they are comfortable, which is likely underwater.
Okay. Underwater. Interesting.
Yes, we have a message for the Hagen.
I figured as much. They're about the only ones that spend time in the water. That or the dragon over there.
There's another look on Arana's face now after you said it's for the Sahagan, and she knows what it's for, and she's going, "What the fuck?"
Yes, the dragon, Elgar, yes.
Yeah, he's
An
definitely doing a
impressive-
good job out there. Well,
Yes, he is an impressive fellow.
that's
How
about.
foggy is the Mako look?
And Mako's eyes are half closed. She's just looking over, and she just silently whispers, "Thought you were going to say specimen." Well, if you don't need it to last very long, that's not too difficult of an enchantment. Tell you what, I'm not particularly busy. She just kind of pulls out a few things of parchment. If you have some extra parchment, that would help not set me back a little much. I mean, it's only 3 pieces. It's not a huge deal.
I don't have any paper. I have an herbalism kit.
Let me look.
What I need.
Let me look real quick. 'Cause I,
Always check what your adventuring packs and the like
Oh,
contain.
that's right.
I
Hmm.
just...
I mean, you could have asked Kyra.
Yeah, but like I didn't.
Could always run back home too.
I didn't think of it. I can't
I
even
mean,
blame
what
Ellie for
happens
this
to a
one.
spell scroll after you use it? Does it get blank?
I got paper.
Yeah, the
Oh,
parchment
okay.
just kind of the magic runes fade away. Yes.
So yeah, you just have to use up spell scrolls.
Perfect.
I got 5 sheets of paper in my diplomat's pack. She can have those.
Awesome.
Very nice. All right, hold on one moment. Just cracks her knuckles. Just kind of spreads them out and like smooths her hands over them, and her hands are making like printer noises. for a moment.
Okay.
You just hear this sound as they're going over them. Say, yeah, that should do it.
Thank you very much.
Here, on me.
Oh, really?
It's so This is literally nothing. That is a spell I can do as many times as I want.
Oh, thank you, Amelia.
Of course.
Oh, Ellie. We are very appreciative. Oh, we lose.
TV.
Oh no!
DM's gone.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
That hiccup for a second there. Oh,
He's
Okay.
gone.
Ellie is like bites her lip and like, thank you very much, Amelia. You were a very good friend.
I try to be for everyone I can be.
Ellie plucks from her pack one of her. She got a bunch of them, so she pulls out one of her Hydra spines and gives it to Shmimelia. It is. We don't. You said on the house, but we thought this. This is nice. It is. We have a lot. We got them from the Hydra. We thought perhaps you could do something with them, and you did something nice for us, so we were doing something nice for you.
I gathered as much. She reaches out and just grabs it with her big gloved hands, just kind of leans down, looks it over. Oh, it's still got some fluid in it. I can use this. Thank you.
Oh. Ellie shivers a little bit. Thank you very much, Amelia.
Of course.
We are going. We will go see the Hagen.
All right.
Right, the Sahagan. That's where we're going to.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
Best of luck.
Yes, Arana?
No, she's just looking at you.
Oh.
As you guys start walking away, which way are you going?
Just first somewhere to sit down to think about exactly what she's got to write down.
All right. There are plenty of benches and the like as you go into the city streets.
Can I perception around?
You most
Ellie's a
certainly can.
little paranoid.
Understandable.
Perception.
16, not bad. Okay. People here just seem kind of going about their own business. People pass by that recognize you. You do see a couple of the families. You actually see one of the people that you rescued, a child that was down inside one of the pits in the Deep Scion's lair that runs up to you for a moment and then runs away.
Oh. Ellie's face is actually not okay right now.
Understandable.
She has gotten attached to this place.
No doubt.
It's a complicated expression on Arana's face. You're not entirely sure what she's thinking.
Can I insight you?
If you want to.
I'd like to.
12.
Ew.
Okay. You going to roll to oppose it? No dice.
Damn it.
Sorry, Ellie.
Yeah, I tried.
Close enough to where you would know she's thinking of something, but your own thoughts are kind of predominant right now.
Yeah, Ellie's. She likes this place, and then she knows shit's gonna go down. It's not what she can do, and she doesn't want to go, but she has to, and just.
Everything kind of sucks.
Yeah. She can't really say anything out loud because. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, you're not limited by words, so you can take the time to think about what you're writing and try your best at writing it out.
Yeah.
Or
Arana,
you
do you
can get
have a
Arana
pen?
to write it for you.
Do you have a pen, Arana?
I do actually. So, yeah.
Yeah. Get Arana to write your love note.
No, I'm writing it. I just want a pen.
Yes, I have a pen.
Thank you, Arana.
You're welcome. No. She's looking at you like she wants to ask a question, but she figures, no, that's none of my business. didn't feel like sharing that with me, so I'm not gonna ask.
It doesn't look like anyone was watching us, right? Like, out
You
of the
couldn't see
ordinary.
anybody watching you that looked suspicious. Had you rolled
Okay.
in that one, I would have said you'd seen Flint in a corner, peeking and then slipping away.
Oh, that would have gone badly.
Yeah, it would have, actually.
Ain't no one suspicious but suspicious Sam.
And if you go after him, it turns out you just racially profiled another.
Oh no. That's something I've actively tried to avoid.
Yep. I'm not Flint.
I'm Clint.
I'm Steel!
Damn it. Alright, well,
Flint Steel.
Wow. That took me a second.
yeah.
I'm not Flint. I'm Cole.
They just look
After-
exactly the same.
Collecting herself,
Mm-hmm.
petting our emotional support dog.
Mm-hmm. Mako is just, she pats you on the back with her paw, but it's not very sincere, not gonna lie.
Oh, wow. Alright.
Bitchy dog.
He gets up and starts heading towards the beach. Towards the Sahagin? Well, I mean, they're not far, right? Sahagin, where the Sahagin are and where I could catch sight of
Technically,
Elagarn.
Pelagarn usually sticks closer to the western side because the Sahagin are actually a pretty good ways outside of the town over to the east.
Then I'll just go straight towards Pelagarn.
Alright.
It's not that suspicious. I at least talked to him before.
Let's go to the Winch Map while we're at it. Alright. So yeah, basic gist of it, Pelagarn's usually over in this area, somewhere around there, which is fairly close. The Sahagin, their whole lair is over here in these islands, but they will come ashore pretty frequently.
And yeah, Cal and Kyra were going to go see them, so not even worth it to even try and put up a ruse.
Alright. Alright, you approach the beach side. It's not too hard to do. It's a pretty clear day. Not much in the way of clouds. Pretty decent wind out there in the ocean, but that's just the way it is. You can roll
Ellie
perception if you wish to find him.
She's a little green, like her face is a little green looking out at the ocean.
A wave comes up in the shape of a middle finger.
Wait, perception. Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow. Fuck you, Ellie.
I mean, it is the ocean, and she's kind of terrified of the ocean, so it kind of makes sense.
There's a crab.
Wow, at this point I'm tempted to say the middle finger wave actually did happen.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wait, did
It
I have
happened
got him.
just briefly enough that no one would believe her.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna have to roll severity for that. A double nat one. That is unfortunate.
Ellie, what the fuck?
What was it
Really?
about not having combat this session?
Okay.
And when the party is split, no less.
Indeed.
What
Oh
the
boy.
fuck?
So you remember those doppelgangers?
Yeah.
They don't appear. Not that you
Okay.
can tell.
Better fucking not, bitches.
Yeah. They're gonna get
You-
fucking chomped on again.
You see Pelagarn actually, but
Uh-oh.
no matter how hard you try to get his attention, no matter how hard you try to wave him over, he misses you and swims out of reach.
Oh, wait, no, wait. Arana, could you get his attention?
I suppose I can. Hold on.
He is not seeing us.
So, prestidigitation doesn't make anything louder, but it can.
Thaumaturgy thing.
It can.
You can make bright flashes, can it?
I can make bright flashes. So, I'll just like start making. Basically, what are SOS flares,
Okay.
but not SOS. It's just like a flashing light to get his attention.
Okay.
Hey!
All right. Let's see how this adult bronze dragon does with its perception score.
Oh no.
Okay. It does notice those lights, and you do see that long serpentine neck kind of arch up out of the water quite a ways away and look over in that direction.
Ellie's waving. Not sure she can be seen.
Oh, hey, nat 20, Pelagarn. Nice. Okay. For a moment, it almost looks like he decides not to come and sinks back down under the waves.
You
But
might
then
have
a
to
few
try another
seconds
day.
in, you notice a increasingly larger wake coming towards you.
Oh. Ellie, like, fucking...
A series of
Backs
spines
up.
pressed up out of the water.
Oh.
A pair of wings spread out after a moment, kind of folding backwards to become almost akin to drag fins or sails. He's basically parasailing towards the shore. And as he gets closer, Glamours kind of floats up into the air just from the sheer force of velocity that he attains, and Superhero lands on the beach.
Oh my god!
He rolled a nat 20. I had to give him something.
Ellie just looks at him slack-jawed.
Yeah, there's sparkles behind him, his dreadlocks flowing in the wind.
Ellie just like fucking slack-jawed.
Rana claps and goes, "That was a very good entrance."
Thank you. So, is something wrong?
We have a message to give you. She
Yes,
says,
a very sincere one.
Yes. We have a message for you.
Well,
She's just like...
just tilts his head,
Flustered.
just kind of looks at you in a, okay, I'm waiting, sort of manner.
Rana reaches out and kicks Ellie in the leg real.
Right. Ellie pulls out her scroll. We would like for you to have this, but it is something for you to read in private and on your downtime when you were not busy. It is enchanted, so it will not fall apart in the water.
He just opens it right in front of you and looks at it.
It's have something important to tell you. Would prefer secrecy. We are going to talk to Hagen. So if it is possible, could you come at something others would not recognize? It's Ellie, so it's pretty straight to the point.
All right. Just looks it over, taking a very long time to pore over every word. It is just extremely uncomfortable because his face is just completely unmoving.
Oh god, can I insight him?
If you want, he's a dragon, but sure, go
I know,
ahead.
but I know, but
19, not bad.
Fuck.
That's pretty close, but he still technically beat you. You
Damn
can
it.
definitely tell that, at the very least, he is a brick wall and an enigma, but at the very least, you can tell he's taking this seriously.
That's good, yeah. Ellie's like flustered.
He just kind of rolls it up. It's like, I typically despise deceitful, underhanded means.
Oh.
But this town still stands thanks to you. So be it. I've a meaning to visit with the Baron anyhow. I'll be there. Just turns around and just starts walking into the ocean, and Glamours again, displacing a lot of water. Gives one decent swish of his tail, kicking up a just giant wall of it, and disappears into the depths. Water does splash down on you guys a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh, salt.
Ellie puts her head in her hands.
And Mako just puts a paw on your hip for a moment there. You did good, champ.
Did we? We don't think he likes us very much.
I think that's just dragons. They're serious. Think highly of whatever they do. My limited experience. Seems a very stoic dude.
I think to be honest, I think if a dragon didn't like you, you would know about it.
That seems pretty unhappy
I
to
mean,
me.
remember, you met his mother.
That seemed fairly unhappy to us.
Well, he also said he despised deceit, so why would he lie to you about how he really felt?
He didn't say how he felt.
Oh, he did. He did.
Did he?
And Mako just turns around and starts walking.
We're going to go see them. We're going to go to Hagen.
Yeah, you'll get a chance to see him again. Ask him how he feels.
Oh.
The fuck are you talking about? Irana says that out loud.
What?
She's talking to actually she's talking to Imako.
Well, you heard her just now. She's concerned about how he feels. She should ask. Maybe ask him a little bit more. Maybe ask him a few more questions.
Maybe.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt if you're that worried about him liking you.
Let's wait until see how he feels after the message is spoken.
Yes, that is very important. Ellie puts her head up.
Yep.
And fucking speed walks away.
Speed walks. Good image. Okay. And with that, you guys make your way over there. If you two wish, Kyra and Kel's walk can be as direct or as leisurely, as silent or as verbal as you so choose.
I mean, I think that's on Cal's part.
I wonder if we should do that thing we discussed earlier. Uthamar's like, hey, you should tell her things about our culture.
Like, so, you gonna talk? You can just feel Luthermarn sliding into frame, his hands on his magnificent bearded chin. Just, you gonna share things? Gonna get personal?
Oh my god.
Thank you, Eduardo.
About
You wanted to. I know you have. Sarkozy culture is rad as hell. That's why I settled there. You know she's a nerd about it. She knew about me.
oh, Ira,
Yeah?
you're smart.
So I've been told, yes.
You know things.
Oh, that's wonderful.
This hurts.
Dude, we're being told to talk to each other.
And Imako's
Yeah.
not there to break any ice.
You recognized my holy symbol,
This am mine, yes.
so you got questions?
Oh, Elizabeth taking over her.
They're trying to resist the special interest button.
Wow, good job there, champ.
Cal, you see like a brief flash of like, oh my god, I'm gonna ask you, but then you just pull it back as like, professionalism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
for a
I
brief
almost hit the
moment.
special interest button.
For a moment, you just see this beam of energy just emanating out of this woman's aura, but it rapidly cools back down.
Alright. I have. Didn't want to pry because, well, Groran Sarko's seat and has a understandable animosity to the Empire, and well, well, I didn't want to impose
I mean, you're
ethics
cool.
and all that, and don't seem to be talking type.
That's because most Madrians aren't very interested in the learning, more of the, we're going to teach you this now.
Oh, tell me about it. God, I hated boarding school.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. Madria just kind of sucks, don't it?
Yeah. And
You ain't even from actual Madria.
Fontaine boarding schools are almost bad.
Yeah, a little less nationalism, but you know,
A lot
still.
more on classism.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. In Fontaine boarding schools, you're randomly sorted into a arbitrary house based on a personality trait.
God, we're going there.
All right. There you go, Vivi.
Headmaster Joanne was. I'm sorry. Cunt. Cunt.
Like, ooh, the mouth on this one.
Yeah, is a college student. I just figured I should probably share since I'm Uthermar's only cleric.
Shiftily. You know, for a rogue. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
What?
For a rogue, he doesn't have proficiency in sleight of hand.
No, she does not. That's still a pretty good roll.
Cal, you blink for a moment, then you blink, and all of a sudden there's a notebook in her hand that you didn't even see her arm.
She sleight of handed herself.
Yep, she's sleight of handed to pull out the notebook as quickly and as quietly as possible.
The embarrassed nerd. I don't want to seem too excited about this, but
Gotta play it cool.
Gotta play it like a professional. Gotta see how the locals do.
Gotta make sure the locals are like you.
Exactly.
Take them seriously. And try not to look too excited about it. Unless they're cool with that.
So, we live on a volcano. That's cool.
Yeah,
More
so
like hot.
it's like the Under Island culture.
Yeah, all the volcanic veins keep us warm through the winter.
Yes, I am well aware of hot spring cities.
And, me and, Runa, well, we were the village blacksmiths, and, we use the volcanic heat for forging. So there's that.
Kyra was listening intently.
Mm-hmm.
She has to remind herself to blink every once in a while.
Mostly everyone else is Sarkin. I was like one of 2 Minotaurs, maybe. Not counting me mom.
Huh. Must have felt very... Kyra doesn't want to ask, like, more clinical questions, but...
It kinda sucked.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Knew some Henji yokai in the boarding school. having to be threatened to chop off their tails and unless they and conform entirely into one form was
Well, well, that's fucked up.
yes, it was.
They just looked at me funny.
Yeah, I got a lot of looks too, but not because I'm lowborn.
So,
Because I wasn't born rich, so you know.
I don't get the whole money thing, to be honest.
Well, I don't either, but
We just kind of bartered.
It's so much easier. Makes more sense. I mean, I work with metal. I can literally just make more of the money anytime I want.
Yeah.
fucking Uthermard fucking invents the printing, not the printing press, but a fucking
Meant.
ring.
It's not dishonorable because the system sucks in general.
Can't be dishonorable if the system already is.
That's why I'm going to crash it.
I'm going to create a stock market just so I can run it into the ground.
To prove a point about capitalism.
Well, he already has a bowl of Wall Street at his disposal, so...
It's true.
And he
It's
has
time to
bears.
teach them the meaning of a bull and a bear market.
Feeling bearish.
Making a note of that interaction later.
Cal invents stock exchange by way of Uthermard.
Stonks.
Only to get rid of it.
Just as everyone gets attached.
I used the stones to destroy the stones.
I used stonk to destroy the stonk.
Mm-hmm.
There's a quote.
So, I guess one thing I should share is the well, we've been following Uthermard for a very long time. And
Yeah. Most records in media on that are very dismissive at best.
yeah, at this point we thought we were kind of the only ones left. I mean, if you go 2 villages over, they don't know who the fuck we're talking about.
That sounds very isolating for you.
Yeah, so, and being this whole god of foraging and blacksmithing was this very sacred obligation. And I'm the one who got picked for it. You can imagine not a lot of people liked that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Being formed.
Not sure why Runa chose me. I was a little shit.
I'm not never really religious myself, but in general, those of the clerical nature and of high wisdom typically see things that layman folk don't notice.
I
Perhaps-
wasn't very
perhaps-
much religious either.
Well, perhaps you notice something that embodied Socken society and Uthermon more than any other candidate.
I mean, I think there was this one time she said I was raw steel, something to shape. I don't know. It's been a while. But yeah, that was an interesting time. because I didn't want anything to do with it. She didn't give me much choice.
So I'm not sure how this works, but it's like having a. I'm sorry to impose, but having like a patron god like that, having like a voice in your head.
Well, wasn't always like that. Up until a few weeks, months ago, however long it's been. Because
Months.
at that point, Rutharn hadn't talked to anyone in generations.
Huh.
I was almost dead. Didn't really have the power to.
Yeah, he
Then
was
I
just
wonder
barely holding on.
wonder what changed then.
Me,
That-
You just-
apparently.
Eh.
What was that,
I
BV?
said DV?
You just kind of feel a slight pat on your back for a moment, Kel. Very warm ones at this guy.
Mm-hmm. So what was that, Kay?
Well, I'm not sure if I can relate other than, well, I know how to have a voice in your head at 24/7 now.
Don't you have the dog?
Yes,
But you have the dog.
that was a very recent thing for myself as well. Kind of a. Most familiars don't even work that way. It was just kind of how it turned out.
Same hat.
Same. Same. Same.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be chosen at all. I had finally finished up the apprenticeship, and Bruna's like, "Oh, it's tradition. You gotta go leave an offering up on the mountain." So I did. And I was about to leave when I heard someone talking to me.
What offering in particular did you leave?
Nothing special. Just things Uther Marn traditionally wouldn't be able to get for himself, so food, beer.
Is it something that your society told you to bring, or something you decided to bring yourself?
I was just following tradition. Like I said, since no one really talked to Uther Marn in a while, I didn't have much reason to believe. But Runa did, so, and she believed in me.
Intriguing.
So yeah, hearing this voice in my head and told me to come inside the mountain.
Well, at least this is out of character, but at least it wasn't a "Oh, I knew you'd come."
Mm-hmm.
At least it wasn't that.
Mm-hmm. So wandered around some lava tunnels a little bit. Then I got to a big cave, and then I found him.
Found a cave.
It was really deep in the volcano. It was really hot. As you can tell, I have a lot of
Found
fur.
him. Do you mean like a physical representation, like a holy symbol, or his physical form?
What does a little fire count as?
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so he uses his firepower to just create just a tiny little flicker of flame in his hands. He was about this
Gee.
big. He was very small,
Aw.
very quiet, very sad.
Well, for what it's worth, I also bonded with a Marco on the way deep in a dark cave, so. Not the only one who's found a voice in the cave, as it were.
And Mako sneezes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Both involving the Earth. Ragmath?
Maybe you should have asked Bettina about that.
Kara didn't really think of it until Kel mentioned something. But now since it's now that we're together, Stevie by happenstance of a dying god, everything shit's going south.
Well, when you're in the dark, you tend not to seek the light.
Well, I mean, you know.
And it was at that point I just kind of decided to, help him. Not so much as a god thing, it's just, I mean, he didn't seem like much of a god, just a person. A really sad, lonely person.
Probably why you didn't. You treated him as you treated anyone else. Probably without the pomp and circumstance that some other hoity-toity would have. If I had to guess, that is. Don't mean to put words into anyone's mouth unless it's God.
Well, he needed help, so on I went. I do remember asking him one time why he chose me of anybody, since I wasn't particularly faithful and whatnot, and I was... I'll be honest, I have issues.
Well, you're not the only one there.
Yeah, and so he told me he chose me because I was a fighter. That much is true.
But you're not. You're a cleric.
Fuck. Ellie sneezes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something about, well, I guess anyone else just would have been too reverent and stuck in their ways.
Yeah, that sounds like most sorts.
I didn't have much else connections, so me leaving wasn't all that bad, I guess.
Introvert conversation.
Yep. It's good, though.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's funny because me and DZ are both introverts. So all the pauses is just us two, so...
Makes it more natural.
Yeah, this is really sweet, you two.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Guess you can't really miss a place you never belonged.
Well... That... After all, most are gone on what amounts to a pilgrimage. You tend to realize you feel like you didn't belong, probably the place you miss the most.
Only other place I've been.
I've been to several places. The here, Funto, and I've always felt disconnected from all of them, so...
Drifting in the wind.
But I suppose that's just more with me as a person than any specific place.
Yep. The snow goes where the wind blows.
Because I don't fit in most Madrians say not what you would consider a proper Madrian. I'm not neither servant nor of the rich blood like in Ponto, and everywhere else I'm just a part. Everyone else considers me a part of the Imperial power, as it were. So Everywhere I go, I just have this inherent disconnection.
Why does everything have to be so complicated?
I have no bloody idea.
You two are cute.
Both of us are. Unfortunately, both of us are gay.
Really sweet.
Cal doesn't know what he is because he doesn't think anyone would see him that way.
At least in a similar boat, but now she's like, oh, hot dragon. What?
Couple of
What are these
awkward
feelings?
fuck up misfits.
This has literally never crossed Ellie's mind ever until, oh god, hot dragon. What?
Body goals.
No, she's happy with her body.
Acid
Well, you could
burns
also
and
be
all.
a dragon.
Be who you are, unless you could be a dragon. Always true dragons.
Ancient
Look,
wisdom.
she likes seeing the dragon. She doesn't want to be the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Does she
Wants
have to look
be
into a
with the
mirror?
dragon.
So him remembering is like,
So, all those places you've been, you ever been to Sarkos?
Okay.
Oh. I've been on the periphery as a child. Kyra says as Salmon Sharks there. Because
Yeah. You're here. Ancient, powerful hooting inside of your mind for a moment. Abominable sounds.
Well, I'd like to go home sometime, eventually, so, you know, if you ever want to check it out.
Aww.
It was the most awkward invitation I've ever heard. But it was great.
The only thing you should worry about is the Yetis.
yeah, good. Thanks for the invitation. I'm sure it would, once everything blows over, and whether I'm not a war criminal major or whatever happens, I that's something to look forward to.
Runa would like you. And generally what Runa likes, everyone else goes along with.
I'm glad for the vote of confidence.
Alright.
Good talk.
Yeah, good talk.
Now you two won't need to speak to anyone again for a month. Social
Alright.
quota met.
Oh wait, we have to talk to Hagen Governor.
It's like, oh crap.
I used up my words.
No! The introverts are like a sitting spell. They have a built-in word quota.
Yep. Once it's met, they need 24 hours to recharge. At least. Alright. Well, the rest of your walk is silent, eventless. The wind is pretty gently going through all of the beech trees in the forest on the way there. It is spring, so there's a few flowers on the branches, some seeds and pollen blowing in the air a little bit. Thankfully, not too much. It's coastal. There's high wind.
Is there any dandelions?
Not too much in the actual forested area itself.
Is there at
The
least one
grassland
dandelion?
surrounding it. Oh, you could find a dandelion without too much effort, yes.
He's gonna pick one and start munching.
Nice.
I'm gonna eat it.
Pow.
Yeah, you think it's
Ow.
this cute little childhood moment where he's gonna blow on it and make a wish, just...
Chewing calms me down.
Introvert class. Instead of rolling a D6, D8 for health die, it's a D8 for how many minutes you can talk.
Pretty much.
So, what's with the deal with these Sagan?
They're basically shock people who instead of siding with who have waged war with, are the only ones to keep him at bay.
At bay.
And they helped us deal with Kraken threat. They took deep Scion cult when we first arrived in town.
That's cool.
They surf on sharks.
That's cool.
Genuinely impressed. All right.
Also,
All the sharks in Sarkos waters are ancient and full of piss.
Yep.
Greenland.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're
And
not
wine.
generally that big of a threat.
I once ate a moose 50 years ago. And that is the base for my Sawagan character that I will play in another side story.
We'll get there. All right. So the walk is fairly eventless. You don't encounter anything. No paludas. No ambush predators of any kind.
The Paluda. Echo's really fucking help there.
Then, before long, you reach the northern shoreline, not too far away from the area where you met that one Hagen scout, and before long, you do see the familiar green fin darting through the sea not too far away. Suddenly looks up, peers up out of the water, stops, and moves towards you. You actually recognize it. It is one of the Sahagan that was with the Baron during your initiation.
Yeah, I kind of used one of her archaeology to speak Aquan again.
It just kind of does this respectful little bow at you and bares its teeth, flaring out its gills.
Kyra responds, but unsure how to do like the flare thing. But so her bangs just whirl back and forth a bit.
Yep. It chuckles a tiny bit.
Try to replicate it. Sorry.
Welcome, clansman, or clanswoman.
We have some urgent news meeting that we'd like to discuss with your clan. The governor.
Oh.
He reaches out his hand and stops you.
Our clan.
Our clan, yeah.
You see
Yeah.
the Soviet flag appear for a moment.
Our clan.
Our clan.
That the clan. No, and the governess of Ithwich is also, and maybe someone else is also arriving.
That would
You-
explain thing. All right. Hold a moment. They're expecting you.
Kind of walks over.
It's like, I call for ride.
And he just lurches back, dunks his head under the water, and you just see a whole series of bubbles come out as you imagine he's probably screaming or doing some kind of animal call. Lurches back up, and after about 2 minutes, a couple of sharks come over. Pretty big ones at that.
What species?
One is that tiger shark that you have met before. The other one is actually a salmon shark.
Oh.
Wait,
Kind
my
of looks
friend's
like
there?
a little... Yeah, your friend's there.
Oh, man!
Oh. Kelly, you might get wet. Well, you will get wet, but it is what it is.
You don't have fur, though.
Yeah, but she has khakis.
Wet bee is not a pleasant smell.
Hey, but you're fine. You're constantly slightly warm. You'll dry in no time.
Like, relax, big guy. I'm actually curious to see how this goes.
And
There's
this
a
is
shark before.
a recent companion of ours, Cal.
He of your clan, then.
Yes.
Walks forward. He's probably comes down like just like at the beginning of your abs, kind of hunched over. He has the classic Sahagin look, very green, kind of gill man sort of face, large whiskers on the side. Teeth are several rows of shark teeth, which are very much bared at you the entire time. Just beady little black eyes. Just kind of tilts his head at you a couple of times.
Could have used you during Scion fight. You are very full of muscle.
Oh, thanks.
But hey, you are here. You are clan now. Do not need to prove your strength.
You
Come, come.
are clan. Do not resist. do not resist.
Oh, joy.
I'm on to Shark Friend. They are good ride. Very pleasant.
Started making him Russian, and now I'm just going to stick with it.
Clan.
Da, 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 da. Our clan.
All right. So the sharks just kind of sit there a few feet out into the surf, just kind of looking at you, swimming, kind of shifting back and forth a little bit.
So I imagine salmon sharks, Kyra, and tiger sharks, Kelk, and
Yep.
bigger.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're actually fairly comparable size. Salmon sharks are bigger than they look, but
Well, then again, the only real thing compared to salmon shark in their waters is a great white and an orca.
that's why they often get kind of lumped as tiny. They're really not. They're just smaller than those.
It's
Alright,
like, Kel is like, what's that one? Oh, it's a salmon shark.
Don't look like a salmon.
Oh
Each-
no, they eat them.
And
Which is
points
good.
to the tiger
Salmon-
shark. What is that one? Oh, it's a tiger shark.
Do
That
they
don't
eat
look like a
tigers?
tiger. Do they eat tigers?
Well, if a tiger shark got a hold of one, that's a yes.
Mm-hmm.
They found weirder stuff in their stomach.
The
They
answer
have.
the answer is the tiger shark eats whatever the fuck the tiger shark wants to.
Oh, so like a tiger. Exactly.
Yeah, basically.
Also because that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the weird magical creatures, he's somewhat disappointed that they aren't like striped like a tiger or look like a salmon. Considering they ran into like a fucking Wolverine like fish.
Yep. The badger trout.
We called them. They are very valuable friends during spawning seasons. Salmon are insidious abyssal spies.
Fuck.
That's him.
So that's why they love river.
Mm-hmm. Come to plant their foul influence in lakes and rivers. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Come,
I
we
guess
go to
too
islands.
are.
Oh god,
It's
salmon are like tattoo chest bursts.
Yes, they are.
That's why they have a very hard time getting a foothold in Sarkos for that reason.
Yep.
Also, all the bears.
Exactly. All the bears.
The natural enemy.
yeah. You're not just eating a very bountiful feast, you're doing everyone a public service by warding away abyssal corruption.
I wonder how many scions a average tiger shark eats at a time.
The answer is yes.
It's like,
Yes.
I mean, have you seen how radically a salmon transforms? That's gotta be magic.
Yep. It's the only thing that makes sense.
They
Or,
turn
you know-
red with the blood of the innocent.
I imagine the only reason why dolphins and orcas haven't got a foothold in this world is because Megalodon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Well, that and there are dire whales, but that's another story for another time. We'll get into those later. So, your voyage over there is eventless, actually. It's pretty smooth sailing. The sharks are pretty steady. Their fins just kind of slightly jutting above the surface, getting you a handful to grasp onto. Their skin is kind of sharp to the touch, but you're both wearing gloves, so it's fine. You arrive over there. You've not actually been to the islands yet. They are pretty barren little outcroppings. Not much in the way of tillable soil or anything, but then you realize this is a purely carnivorous culture. They don't really need to grow crops. You do see a lot of steaks and pikes with fish hanging off of them, though, to dry.
Hell, yeah, someone who knows how to live.
I imagine there were on some of the islands there are probably a bunch of seals that are trying to keep away from the waters that are full of sharks.
Yep. Oh no, the seals are their equivalent of livestock. Slightly
so,
messed up, but it's true.
Oh, so basically the sharks, instead of hunting the seals, are like sheep herders.
Yeah, they herd them until they're big and fat.
Then a great white just bashes one of them out of the water, and the Hagen drag it away.
Yep. That's what they do for feasts. Lots of seal meat.
The ones you gotta look out for is the elephant seals. Those things will fight a great white.
Yeah, they could win against a great white on average.
I was like, they're usually for livestock, but not Big Bill.
No, he's the equivalent of the donkey that you keep in the herd of horses.
No, you know what it is? It's just a fucking one walrus.
He's just there. He wandered in one day, and we're scared and don't want him. We're too scared to ask him to leave.
What the fuck are we gonna do about that thing? Nothing.
Yeah, we used to have,
nothing.
yeah, he now lives in the old flooded
We
hut.
got him a floating couch to appease him.
Every time he looks over at you, it's just that horrible wall-eyed stare. The world just goes quiet for a moment. But anyways, you arrive. It is pretty crowded. Most of the Sahagan are there. They're bringing back catches, various fish that they found, and they are somewhat excited to see you. You see a lot of raised up javelins and spears at your approach. They all do that same sort of salute that the scout that found you did.
Kyra responds with one of her own weapons.
Mm-hmm. Good response. And upon arrival, you actually see, since there's not much in the way of obscurity there, most of the rocks are very open, you see that the governess is already there, and she is speaking with the Baron.
Oh,
Appears to be a somewhat cordial conversation.
that's fast.
And Kyra will probably go up.
And as you approach, we will briefly cut back to the other group. Since you guys took so long talking and getting there, you were all in that span of time, not too far behind them. You arrived at the beach just in time to see them swim just out of earshot.
Oh, Kyra, cow, we're too late.
It's fine. I'm sure they'll send us a shark.
If they don't think they know we're here.
They know we're coming here after you're done.
I mean, the Peligar did. We don't think the Sahagan did.
Roll a perception check for me. And all of you, if you wish. Both of you. Okay. Very good.
All right, Ellie.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Good rolls. All right. After a moment of watching them just shrink into the distance, you're pretty sure that Kel is on the back of your tiger shark friend.
Oh, up there!
No.
That's Flot!
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That went from 0 to 60.
Yeah.
Highway speed. All right. You, after a moment, see a fin emerge not too far away from out in the ocean. But, Irana, it looks different. It doesn't look like a shark's fin. It's kind of metallic colored and has stripe patterns on it. And it's very big.
Hmm.
There's a Sahagan. Hello!
The fin turns and moves towards you, moving very quickly.
Oh.
And you see a very large bronze shark swim up toward the shore.
Oh.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Greetings, Peligar. Hello, Peligard.
You have a fear of water, yes?
What are you doing, Brad?
Not water. It is the open ocean.
Yeah.
The nightmares from when we were cursed by Tathu are not entirely out of our memory.
Well, they will likely take time. I would prefer to get this meeting over with. I've seen them already swimming there. I believe this disguise will suffice. Climb on.
What?
Irana's already accepting that offer. It's like, oh, thanks!
I imagine Amako's like, no need, poof.
Yeah, Mako literally just poofs up there. Ah, writing in style.
Fuck. Climb?
That is what I said, yes.
Okay. We will do this. She has her hood up, so she can't see her face. She climbs up.
Right.
Very nice of you to offer, by the way, Pelagarn.
Yes, thank you. This is extremely gracious of you, Pelagarn.
So, hold on. And just absolutely takes off like a torpedo.
Woohoo!
He lives fast.
Yeah, fair.
See, all I'm imagining is the very first SpongeBob movie where they're on the back of the sailor dude,
Yeah.
the
It's
swimmer
similar
dude.
energy. If you could look at his underbelly, you would see this shark somehow has a six-pack.
Ellie
Doesn't
just
make
like
sense, but it does here.
Ellie has full hood up, just looking away everywhere but at Pelagarn right now. Tail is wagging a bit impatiently. No, not impatiently, but like nervously.
There's not much in the way of words coming out of him, but he moves very quickly and back on the
Yeah.
island as you're approaching the governess. Oh, you invited the dragon. Smart. You hear the governess say as she notices you approaching, looking out beyond you.
You just hear wordless laughing in the distance.
Like, it is such high speed, Irana, that if you open your mouth, your cheeks occasionally catch air and flap a tiny bit.
Oh,
Not
that-
the entire time, but just enough.
She's doing it on purpose.
Oh
Then
no.
she's trying to do that now.
Mhm.
Does my hood get blown off?
It does not. It's magic.
Okay.
It's super glue. Don't worry.
Good luck trying to get it off later. All right.
Oh god.
You all watch as at first you think it's the dragon, Cal and Kyra, then you're like, wait, that's a giant shark. Oh wait, no, bronze color. It's just the dragon.
With everyone on his back.
So you just see the bear and Walker just, should wear that look more often. It is a good one for him. And Pelagarn just kind of, at the last moment, he does not stop slowly. He kind of slides over to the side to where he just parallel parks up against the rock slide. So, arrived.
You move so quickly, Pelagarn.
When I need to.
It is very impressive.
So how likely is it right here? Asked the governor.
I would not worry too much about that sort of matter. Corinne just kind of says, looking at you and nodding. Anyone who would ever try would never even think of this place. Hagen are seen as little more than animals by much of the Empire. It's a grave mistake that the people of Ithwich have happily been willing to learn from after what happened.
And then I recently have heard some pretty grave news from Fontaine and how that relates to Madria and the Commonwealth.
Oh, do tell. And you guys are arriving at this point, and you can see Pelagarn glamours into a Sahagin himself, though the bronze coloration is kind of still there.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. We're here. We brought Pelagarn.
Yes.
I was told from a inside source from college who was recently in Adria. The magistrate is currently replaced. There is a magistrate that has replaced the headmaster, which, as you imagine, that is kind of a
Well
big
aware
deal.
of Master Bliss at the college, yes.
Well, I've heard news from Fontaine, from the source, that Fontaine, in the coming weeks, is about to declare independence. Which bodes poorly for Madria and the Commonwealth, because Madria will no longer have source of Skystone.
Hmm.
And Ithwich, as you can imagine, is a sacrificial lamb, in other words.
I see. Just kind of
That
closes
is-
her eyes for a moment. Puts her
Likewise,
hands together.
they found a planar gate underneath Ithwich College.
That I am aware of. It is,
Yeah.
at the moment, entirely defunct. And I don't believe they'll get it working anytime soon.
That is what we thought you should know as well, Salmon Guard.
Naturally, since I'm a citizen, I've been told to essentially either fly to Ponto or find some other place to retreat towards.
I see.
Since, given my run-in, say, to no member of major nobility, I basically will be a persona non grata very, very shortly.
There will be quite the high price on your head no matter which way you go, you know that.
Yes, I know that. And I have no choice no matter what I do in that regard.
We would protect you from any foe. You know this, yes?
The Baron says, looking down at you. Looks absolutely livid at what you delivered to him, and not so much at the politics talk, but the thought of someone coming after you.
Aww.
We take care of our own here in the clan, and you are clan.
I told very little else about I received. I've only told a dragon quartermaster that assisted us in Commonwealth, as well as a former scholar, Kyra does in quotation marks, which Curran probably for the meaning of.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
That
and I
is-
don't think it's just going to be a Commonwealth majoring war either. There's other. The entire continent is about to go multiple different people all at war at once.
well, there's been something of a pile of powder kegs for a few decades now, to be honest. Just been waiting for the right tender to strike it.
And
Fanto.
Fonto declaring independence is going to be just that.
It most certainly would. It would destabilize everything. Hmm.
I contacted my sister. She doesn't know any of this, but politics being what it is,
You trust your source?
my source is most trustworthy, yes. Our expedition was to convey this information as a safe place as possible. Which Curran could probably also infer the meaning there too.
Mm-hmm. Her face is covered by the skull mask she's typically wearing, which makes it a little harder to read. She's just kind of got her hands together in front of her face, fingers clasped together. It looks very, very deep in thought.
What's Felagor looking like?
Roll an insight check on him.
Ah, fuck. I failed every one of these I've tried tonight. And it
Oof.
continues!
You'd have to roll in that one to fail that.
Yeah, but,
Yep. He is stone-faced.
Kyra's gonna insight see because she's also in 14.
Alright, who are you inciting?
Let's insight Curran.
Alright. 14. Let's see how she does. She is a wizard. Wow. She rolled in that one.
She has a mask!
Body language.
You see, just for a brief moment, she lets slip. You see her clenching her teeth and baring them, but she hides it very quickly.
And the railroad almost...
Ithwich is my city. I did not choose it. I did not choose much anything that's happened to me in my life. Just kind of slipping back into her slightly less Frenchy accent for a moment. And if anyone, alive, dead, dragon, or anything, tries to take it from me, they will learn exactly why I am no pushover. They will learn exactly what stands in their way.
She crisply points out dragon. Does Pelagon have anything at that?
You'd have to roll an insight again to get that out of him. Pelagarn is clearly super distraught. Look at him. He can barely contain himself. He's standing completely still.
You cannot read this man.
Tonight. What?
You cannot read this man.
I know!
Gorgeous, gorgeous man.
Every time you look at him, you just go get flustered. You have to look away.
That's so strong. Every time she tries, she gets too flustered.
Likewise, if not my source, even if my source was compromised, it backed up something I also found recently. Kyra says. We suspect the reason why Fonto is declaring independence is they may have found a way to synthesize skies.
That gets her to lean back a little bit. She cannot hide her surprise there. That's impossible.
That's what we thought too, but we found something in a gnomish ruin.
The moment the word gnomish comes out of your mouth, she just immediately has a little flicker of realization. Of course they figured that out and wouldn't share it.
However, they split up the information or pieces across the world, and so happened one piece I know of is in Ponto.
Be very careful who you share that with.
There's only two other people I've ever shown it besides the. There's only one other. There's only one other person I've shared this with, and that besides the people who discovered it with.
Wait, did you just tell about the thing we found in Raskos?
Yeah, the orrery, the doomsday weapon you and Schmeiser.
I didn't say where, or just that they found a way to synthesize Skystone without saying much else.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a pretty heavy statement on its own, so that works.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, they found a way to synthesize Skystone without anything else related, which...
When she brings up, oh, of course they didn't share that, Kel just kind of mumbles, well, they kind of died, so...
I'm guessing that was made during a discovery from the war times, then. Much of that has been lost.
Yes, and
if you don't mind, I'm not going to say where we...
No, secrecy is tantamount in these moments, yes.
And if it means anything, we do believe that my people were put there by the elves as guards.
And the elves also massing their force in Savorin, which is why no one's ever come back.
Also, there's bugs.
Oh yeah, and also there's an army of giant bugs coming up from the
Well, we were told that. They wouldn't know about that one, because we brought back corpses for them.
That much is known, yes. So, yes, I remember that curiosity being shown at the college.
Yeah, but the Fae thing was something Ellie knew.
So there's more powder kegs on the table.
Certainly
and
are.
if they could create my people, just to act as guards, that is... we don't want to know what they would do if they were actively striking out, and a war would be a good time for them to do that.
Certainly would. That's
Well,
just about every player on the board.
You don't need to look much further than me.
Yeah, and we don't need to say anything else about the Angu.
What?
Which will be a battleground if that's the case.
He doesn't know that Kel is the same thing.
I imagine Minotaurs are taught their history,
They are.
so
So
not
in
to
this
repeat
case,
it.
I think it might be best for Ipswich to choose a side if anything for protection.
Or perhaps evacuate those who are in danger.
We have means for that. They are the convenient means we have you to thank for.
We wish this had not happened.
Well, we don't get much of a say in what happens in our lives, just how we could choose to respond to them. If I had my say, neither of my brothers would be where they are, my sister would still be here, and my parents would have had less children.
Yes. We cannot control what life throws at us. Only how we deal with it.
Thank you for sharing this. That is no small risk that you took. You do not have to tell me your plans or what you wish to do, but I will offer you one piece of advice. Master Bliss is not unaware of you.
Oh,
He's
Oh,
not.
I figured.
wait. No. Unaware of Kyra? Or unaware of us?
All of you.
Oh.
Colorful band of adventurers, many of which with anti-imperial sentiment.
And we
Yeah,
have never
we
said.
kind of stick out. I was like, God.
This isn't
Yeah,
exactly the most patriotic of towns. Most of the Ithwich natives are misfits who had nowhere else to go.
And plus, I have a very high-ranking noble woman who
Yes,
who has a price on my head.
very much so. Do not be
So
surprised.
no matter how this plays out, I am persona non grata.
We haven't existed at all as far as they're concerned.
Well, to
I'm
be
not
fair,
human,
you also
so-
escaped from.
You wear ashen garb. That's enough on its own.
It is a keepsake.
Still, that's
It
no
is-
association.
It is rebel garb. You will not be trusted by many just for wearing it. I know better. I know your story. I know that Narco took care of you, and I am willing to turn a blind eye, because appearances are complicated things.
Nako is a complicated thing.
Well, so are we all.
Have,
Off the keyboard, kitty.
this is probably not the time, but have you heard anything about Nako's fate?
I was not kept much informed on that front. I am sorry. All I know
Down
is
at the
he was
ground.
taken.
We understand. Hello?
Hello.
Come here.
Okay.
I have much to speak of and much to prepare for. I need to make sure everything is ready so that when the time comes. Well, fortunately, something they don't know, she kind of points her finger off into the horizon, and you all see that old lighthouse off the coast. So, as you've been told about the paling barrier, yes?
Remind me again.
It
It is
basically, that was an old elven anti-air magical ward that could cover that entire area.
Oh,
So
You
they,
can see it
Yeah.
faintly on some, if the light hits it right.
so they could
Yes,
take out
we
dragons. It could take out airships. Just easy.
exactly. They'll have to get through that. And that tower is guarded, believe it or not. We made a friend in there in the top floor.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. Myself, Captain Farah Chosgor, I wonder what's happened to him, and that Minotaur fellow Credence. We were what cleared it out, and at the very top there was a most curious creature. little floating eye with many stalks sticking out of it.
Fifi? Son of a... God damn it.
Fuck!
We found a similar thing in the basement of our home.
No, ours didn't have stalks.
Yes, that's why she said some, not quite the same, but still
Well, ours just has
Well,
anxiety.
entity from what was left over of the elven ruin.
Ours has anxiety.
It just has anxiety.
It was rather well guarded, but he was a lonesome creature. He could not even remember what he was guarding it for, so with some quick words we managed to persuade him that we were just there for maintenance and to clean things up a bit. We activated the paling and left him there, telling him he was doing a very good job.
Oh.
Aw.
Kitty.
We will assume they are. It is still standing.
Sure. I'm sure.
What-
So if anyone tries to send assassins in to sabotage that, well, they've got a very powerful thing standing in their way.
This town is part of an alliance with us.
The Baron just kind of speaks up, and we will gladly remind them of that if they decide to attack it. Pelagarn, very quiet, does step forward. The glamour kind of fades into his dragonborn sort of appearance.
Oh.
I loathe deception. I loathe underhanded means.
We are sorry, but this was dangerous. We needed to let you know where no one would be in danger.
I am capable of understanding that. What would you have me do?
We didn't think you should be caught unawares.
I am here to protect this town from abyssal threat. I was told not to harm the humans and their flying ships. If I'm to do that, I will have to speak with others. The Commonwealth will have to know about this, you understand, in force.
I've already
well,
informed a dragon
what was
force of this.
What was his name, Vivi?
Reason?
Reason?
Reason, yeah.
You've
Reason.
informed
We-
the Quartermaster Reason of this.
Yes. We know this is important.
And
We
it
did not want
by
any-
the name of Beguile.
Yes. We did not want you caught unawares either.
Although not nearly as much as we've told you.
Elithir's acolyte. That makes sense.
Yes,
Hmm.
we met him a while back when we were going to Morascus for the first time.
So one of the five already knows.
The five?
The Ancient Council, yes. My mother is one of them.
Oh. Wait, Brazen is... Oh.
Reason is not.
Oh.
But your friend Miguel is apprenticed to the Silver. She lives in Lucimere. She studies all manner of magical things there. And if he knows, that means she knows. You chose wisely, then. She's perhaps the most reasonable one of the entire lot.
Including your mother?
Wow!
He said it!
Shit!
Just slowly tilts over to look at you.
She's asking legitimately because he said it. His mom's one of them.
It's like, wait, you don't trust your mom?
She's just
I know
asking.
my mom better than him.
She's ready
My
to
mother
fuck
is a
things
saint.
up. She's ready to fuck things up at a moment's notice.
My mother is zealous about abyssal threats especially, but she is somewhat passive about other threats. Most bronzes are in that. But she will pay attention to this. If the ancients know, it will be brought forward to them. grave matter to be prepared for. In the meantime, as much as I am loath to, I will keep up my post and watch the sky as well as the sea.
Inform you because whatever happens, you would be a prime target if war were to break out.
Well, there's one thing you should know about dragons, it's that we don't die easy.
It would did, but they would still go after you, and that is
Worse fates than death.
yes.
I'd like to see them try. He just turns around and starts walking over towards the shore. All the Sahagin just kind of give him a wide berth.
Oh,
Rana watches him go and then goes, "Wow, that sounds really dumb coming out of somebody else's mouth."
And he just kind of tenses down, leaps up into the air, glamours back into full dragon size, and just dives back down into the water and swims off. He's angry. You hear the governess say after a moment, understandably so, dragons are proud. Lies are not well looked upon there, and he will have to pretend to be okay with any Madrian he sees.
Should we have not told him?
If you had known and not shared it to him when the attack inevitably comes, then he would be far angrier. So, there was no great solution there, but it is important that he knew. He might be the best defense we have in the moment.
It was better to say something now than have an airship drop their entire, weapons on him out of nowhere.
Yes. Indeed.
Knowing what to do is so hard.
Yeah, Kel's like, yeah, there's definitely worse things than dying. And he refers to the Lich.
Mm-hmm. Master Bliss
thinks
is already
about
with...
the deep.
Yep.
Well, he thinks about the Lich. Ellie thinks about the deep scion.
Mm-hmm. Master Bliss would be the most difficult thing if so. He is die-hard. He will absolutely work from the inside to do this, and I will likely have to focus on him entirely. And I may die in the attempt.
No.
But at least I can do is buy everyone enough time to get away. That's what will happen. I'm hoping he gets called back to the mainland. If this Fanteau business is true, he's the closest one to it. Of the Magisters, he might get sent there. As a intimidation tactic. I've had the poorly chosen one, though. Fanteau needs to remain intact, or they lose either way. Destroy the infrastructure and the means of manufacturing, and, well, it's useless no matter what. Raw skystone is unusable. It's toxic, dangerous.
Just like Matria.
That one first.
Ellie says that so pretty loudly.
Kyra doesn't bat an eye.
Yep.
Well, yeah, she obviously doesn't mean Kyra. Literally the place getting ready to invade everywhere.
Yep. Just,
Is there anywhere secluded in this little island, or, like, not really?
Not really, it's all pretty open.
This shit sucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm just left to figure out where do I go in all this? Because I'm screwed either way.
If you have allies, use them.
What would you recommend?
Well, you have noble connections. Use them. They're the one thing that can protect you, fighting fire with fire.
So basically, out of character, head to Fonto because that could also.
I mean, that was what we all agreed on.
Yep, that's what she thinks, yes. That is her a
figure out
bit
a way
different.
to get there.
I've never been myself. And I could probably... That would be quite difficult to do. I'd only do you one at a time over the course of several days, but I have to have been there.
Question:
Yes.
Does anyone in Fonto keep slaves? Looks
Not
like
that I'm
Kyra.
aware of. There are workhouses.
She looks like Kyra. Kyra's the one who lived there.
Chains? No. Wage slaves, yes.
Yeah, basically.
They get paid
So
in
it's
company
different,
dollars.
So a shipment of slaves is not likely.
That's more of an Augur thing.
Fanto gets
Yeah.
a lot of air traffic. I
So
passed
you
through
need to-
there on the way here.
So theoretically, we in a place. My sister has an airship that she is trying to prepare for travel. We just need to find a location to be picked up, and because going from the aerodrome is probably going to be way too efficient.
Your
So-
expedition is all going to pass through some rather remote mountains on the way to Shmalem, I believe.
Yes, we are, and our source said, advised us that we should break away from the group mid-expedition to rendezvous with wherever that would be.
There's no visibility is tricky in the mountains, especially if the weather does not hold up, but you will have good opportunities there, passes. You'll be passing through Marascos. If you have any allies there with knowledge of the area, I would seek them out. See if they can provide some extra knowledge, potential expertise.
Rhonda just kind of smiles and goes, "Yep, I think we've got that covered."
Yeah. In that case, I wish you all well. Thank you for what you've done for this town. In case I don't ever get to say it again.
You were you were great to us, Governess. We wouldn't be here without you.
Need not. That is true. Alright. She just nods at you and just kind of fades away into the ether after a moment.
Oh. Ellie just fucking goes over to Rock.
And I thank you for your hospitality, Baron.
Of course, you're
We
a
are honored
clan.
to be members of your clan. Our clan.
It's about to get you there.
Our clan.
They would all have
It's
said that in unison.
It has been extremely nice meeting you, Baron, and being a part of this plan.
Well, we will have many more hunts for you to tell us about in the long run.
We
You
will
are
come
our
back with many
ambassadors, as far
stories.
as I am concerned.
If we run into any other Sahagin, is there anything we can say to them?
Keep up the good fight.
Keep up the good fight.
BRB, the kitty wants out.
The kitty.
Aw.
The kitties.
Will she want in?
Probably. It's a cat.
So how about a symbol like a symbol or sigil like clan clan amulet or something?
I can make
Maybe.
symbols.
Yeah,
Vivi?
but do they have one, though?
Vivi will be back.
Yeah,
He had cat.
Yeah. Keep up the good fight. Something to keep in mind, just in case, though. That might have actual meaning with Sahagin as a whole.
I am back.
So they don't have any like words to say to other clans. So what about symbols or like stuff?
If you wish that. He does kind of point a hand at you for a moment and steps away into a little kind of animal skin tent. It is stingray skin on close inspection.
Yeah.
Steps out.
These people understand us.
They just like the ocean. It's the one thing. All right.
They make the things out of other things.
Mm-hmm. He steps out and he's carrying a little shark tooth charm.
Oh.
We don't normally do this. Our clans don't interact much, but old ways and old laws say that if clans interact, if they have friend, show this. They will know you are one of us.
Oh.
They will know. You cannot steal one of these from a Hagen body. We don't carry them. We don't share this knowledge with anyone.
Thank you, Baron. This
means much.
You are clan. It's only it is only right.
We would do the same for you.
I'll remember that in case there is a call for it. Sounds like you have a lot of preparation to do and a lot of traveling ahead. Safe travels. May the tides carry you well.
May
the tides carry you well.
We're
going over mountains.
I hope we see each other. I hope to return one day to tell you of our hunt.
Ellie puts out a hand.
Irana elbows Kel because she heard that.
What did he say? What did Kel say?
He whispered, "We're going over mountains, though."
Ellie puts out a hand for the Baron. For flex off. Well,
Yep.
You son of a bitch.
Yep. One hand grasps yours, the other three grasp on top of it shortly after.
Oh God. I'm just gonna see what I get. Holy shit!
Nice.
Finally, something good.
Hey, you beat him.
Oh shit! All right.
Hey, he does it, and it's like,
Oh, you were doing a thing. All right, thought this was just a moment.
I mean, we figured it was a bit of both.
Fair enough. Stay strong, Ellie. You have braved the abyss once. You can brave another one.
We will. She looks to everyone else. We did not do it alone.
That is how clans work. And I will secure your transport. Don't want you to swim all the way back to be dishonorable.
Yeah.
He cannot swim.
Indeed. See, instead of
He just kind of scans the ocean for a moment.
oh, perfect.
Only have to call one. Does the call, and a basking shark kind of slowly drifts into view.
Does it do a breach?
Yeah, it does actually.
Aw, big friend.
You see this big dopey faced giant bare toothless mouthed shark just kind of hop up out of the water and drift over to you like a big awkward sea muppet.
Aww.
Aw.
Why are they so cute?
Oh.
This one should be big enough to take you all back.
Thank you again, Baron. What?
Of course.
All right.
Me.
You return back. If there's anything else you wish to say or do, if not, we will move on to the next day.
Is there like a Ellie's gonna spend the rest of the night just in thought.
Okay.
Just trying to clear her mind.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I use that as a start to my training?
You can roll a wisdom check, yes. Attempting to
exactly.
center yourself is kind of how that starts.
Yeah. I'm not very good at this. Let's go.
Oh, not an easy night for you. Every time you think you calm down, hey, remember that thing you did? Pops back into your head.
God.
Hey, remember how you think you made him angry?
Yeah, she's trying to, center herself, but it just doesn't work. She went for it, she just gets fucking angry and just starts tearing at her walls with her Githka. Just fucking leaving gouges in her wall.
My.
BB, thank you for indulging me there.
And just eventually just fucking throws the gift, not enough to break it, but throws it against the wall and just, leans, backs up against the wall and just slides down and stares off into space. Not being quiet in the slightest.
Oh yeah, of course.
Irana is, she's gonna speak up from your doorway. She's got her arms crossed and she's looking at you and she's like, "You done?"
Doesn't say anything.
She moves into the room and stands in front of you, pretty much just directly face to face with you because,
You have to.
You're sitting down, so you're actually at eye
Yeah.
level.
Yep. Hello, Arana.
Hello, Ellie. You do know that if you're having problems doing something that you can ask me to help you?
Yes. We know. Our mind is clouded. We can't stop thinking about everything. It feels like everything we've done so far is going to be for nothing.
Let's go over it then. What have we done so far? Let's start at the beginning.
At the beginning, we caught Flint, saved the Manticore, but Flint got away. And is who knows where.
Okay.
We found the Deep Scion. And you know how that went.
Okay, then what else? What else came after that?
We met Cal. Well, first we went... Wait. Yes, first we went and found the Ori. Was that before or after the... Was that before or after the Deep Scion? It's been...
It was after.
Okay. We found that. We found a potentially world-ending weapon. She does a little woo with her hand.
Yeah, we did do that. What came after that?
Cal. We met Cal. And nothing bad has come from that. We also met the doppelgangers.
Yeah, we sure did.
We would have killed them. Or died trying. Had the Watcher not come.
I appreciate that. And I would have been right there with you.
We tried to give you a chance to get away.
I noticed.
They probably would have left us alone had you run.
Probably. That's why I was planning on starting.
If we ever see them again, we're not going to be as patient as before.
So let me start at the beginning.
Oh, all right.
I walk into this town, a place I've never been before. The first thing I see is somebody trying to rescue an animal that they have never met before and have no reason to. They clearly have something against the person that is trying to capture it, but instead, they chose to help something that was helpless. Now, we might have caught that guy. He might have not faced any severe consequences. But that doesn't mean he won't later. And in the meantime, we did something good. Right?
The Manticore is still free.
And the friends of his there, that Credence fella, see what he did just now, just a while ago? He helped the entire town.
That is true.
And finding the Deep Scion, certainly you got cursed. And that was very horrible. But we also saved almost an entire town full of, children and the rest of the town doing so. And if I had died down there, I would have thought that that was a good way to go. All that we're doing, Ellie, even though you see that it's just going south, everything's going wrong, everything's going bad, all I see that is that we're leaving good things behind us. We're trying. If we stop trying, if we give up and just give in to whatever despair we're all feeling, there won't be anything good behind us or in front of us for anybody. And she reaches out and, pushes her finger right between your eyes, pokes you. Keep trying.
It is all we can do.
Exactly.
We have spent our whole life trying.
Once you stop, then it's over.
We won't let it be over.
Good. And I won't let you stop.
Smiles. Puts a big meaty claw on Arana's shoulder.
I expect you to do the same.
Arana, if you try and give up, we will simply pick you up and bring you with us.
Well, that's easy, at least.
You are significantly shorter than we are. Come back. I'll go back.
So whatever it is that you were trying to do here might have felt like an insurmountable obstacle just now. I don't think it is.
We're trying to center ourselves.
Okay. She sits down. Now she's shorter than you again.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I didn't think this one through.
It's on our pile.
Charisma caster.
Charisma caster. I still have more wisdom.
Yeah. I have a 12.
I have a 0, actually. I'm just giving you the
fuck.
8 option. It's also the force of my personality is making you smarter. All right then.
Would you allow it?
I'm not that good at this because to center yourself, you have to be still and quiet for a while. Fuck that.
Oh, you are not good at that.
But I'll try for you. And she reaches out and grabs both of your hands in, two of her own. It goes, now just start by breathing. Don't think of anything. Just close your eyes and start breathing.
Close your eyes.
Because that was really good, I will allow you with advantage, and you can add her bardic inspiration to it as well.
Oh.
That was really good, and that should be rewarded.
Oh,
Nice.
hell yeah!
Roll the inspiration die anyway.
20. What is the inspiration die right now?
At this level, I believe it's an
8, I think.
8. Yep.
I will
D8.
double check, but we'll just roll the 8 for now. I'll allow that.
2.
All right, so 23 total with the nat 20. That's great.
Damn.
Maybe
Yeah.
that worked an awesome roll.
Yeah, you're right. What the hell?
Yay! This might be my first awesome roll that I've gotten.
All right, not bad. All right, that is it's a 67. Not bad.
Ooh.
All right.
2 off.
Yeah, 2 off. Yeah, that would have led to some very awkward thoughts about Pelagard when you were centering yourself. All right. I will say, roll one of your hit die for me.
Alright. Hit dice. Oh my god!
You have that many temporary hit points.
Okay.
Jesus.
They will not go away until they are expended.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
Yay!
Very good.
Holy
Lord.
shit, that was awesome! Fucking.
Look, good RP moments should be rewarded. That is how I do things, and you guys have done great.
Oh. Yeah, high five, Callie.
High five. So, after about an hour of this, once you feel centered, Ronald's go, are you good now?
Yes. We feel much better.
Good. I'm gonna go cartwheel down the stairs a couple times because I've sat too long. Goodbye.
Before you leave, though, Kel comes up the stairs. Y'all done. And he casts Mending on the scratches on the wall that Ellie left with the sword and just leaves.
Great. Oh, that's good.
Oh my
Oh,
god, I'm dying.
I hear
I'm
you.
dying.
I hear you, Doug.
I know. You hear me, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going so high pitched that nobody else can.
That was great,
Oh.
guys. You guys have nailed it.
Cut the Kairos screaming below.
Tired of what?
Kairos screaming into a pillow.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They're stress screaming after everything that's happened. And Mako just
Fair.
sitting there, there, patting you with your tail this time.
Just wagging her tail on her face.
You can't cry if you're being tickled.
Well, you
I've
can,
seen
but they're
many.
different.
I've seen many images that beg that say completely otherwise.
It's true.
You're crying for
But
other
they're-
reasons.
Yep, they're different tears.
Mm. I am
Alright.
indeed doing cartwheels up and down the stairs.
Mhm. Yeah, you
sure
got the
happens.
after sitting still that long, you got the zoomies.
Oh.
Weasel mode activate.
Yep, you're gonna go do your war dance for a little bit.
Yes, stout.
hmm
Piranha.
She
Oh,
that's how
God.
she falls
Oh,
asleep
God.
later.
VV, you've added Hagen to the setting now.
I have,
Does
yes.
that mean halflings are their natural predators?
If they ever meet, yes, it will be that way.
Oh my
They
god.
will fear halflings instinctively the moment they see them. I don't know why, but I feel a sense of existential dread.
It's just like alien apes. And Kyra names.
Yep.
With Kyra, it's fear based out of experience.
Yep.
Fair.
With Ellie, it's primal instinctual animosity.
I don't like it. All right.
Don't like it.
Yep. Down the stairs, exactly like that.
Yep. Really just stay centered, calm for the rest of the night until she goes to
Nothing
sleep.
bothers you.
It's supposed to
Yes.
be a
Yeah.
cold
Even
frost,
Kel
you know.
coming in and mending everything, Ellie just doesn't react.
That's nice, Kel. Thank you.
I'm supposed to be in college for archaeology, not a war criminal.
It's okay. There'll be
Aw.
other colleges, and I mean, the war criminal thing's pretty bad, but you know.
College students are war criminals. It's not in
Maybe
character.
they'll make a new. Maybe we can make our own college, blackjack and hookers. Wait, no, that's just a casino.
It
I mean,
has
it does
just as
take
many hopeless teens.
I mean, it does take all your money with the promise of you getting it back, but it never does.
Ooh.
I may have a good one, quick get rich quick scheme when this is all over.
What is that?
That'll spoil the surprise.
They can be completely serious, which is hard for me. I've stuck with you this far, and there have been a lot of reasons to leave. And I'm going to keep sticking with you. You're a good girl.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not, but I can understand why it would sound that way.
I mean, that's what Imako says when people call her girl. So
Yeah, so you know how hard it was for me to say that.
yes.
Plus, you know, if I die, I might respawn next to you anyway.
If I die and come back as a little puppy again, you know. I mean, that's a good trick. We could probably fool everyone with that at least once, the whole we can't die thing.
Calling the major, I believe that Dad already won.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I wonder how the paperwork's going on that. And the night passes, some more fitfully than others.
Well, Kyra's probably given everything gonna go down. I'm asking the paperwork's on hold until shit goes down, and then they have a convenient excuse to deny it.
Yeah, that's gross. They would do that, wouldn't they?
Say I'm actually a list.
Well, you know. At least you've got a dog.
And a
Pretty great
cow.
one. And a lizard and
And a ferret.
some that whatever Arana is. Fuzzy little gremlin thing. And
Thanks,
that little
Samako.
talking tree and the bug and your little demon gun. I don't know if it can talk or listen. It does have a little skull on it though.
I think it's better we don't talk to it if it does.
Yeah, probably
I'm
not.
really friendly once you get to know me.
Why do they always choose Thon?
I didn't do it. The devil made me do it.
I can't help what I am.
Oh my god.
Alright, so the morning comes. You all gather your things to have a somewhat somber meal, knowing that things are about to change pretty considerably.
So we're getting
Rascos, Rascos and Ginkgo are both gathering their things, quote unquote, which is really just, in Rascos' case, food, and Ginkgo just has some assorted garbage he found under the couches.
It's helping him learn property.
It's true.
yeah.
Father's garbage is his treasure.
It's true. I'm prepared for the epic quest we shall embark on, Father, he says, carrying a bindle made out of his own body.
Yeah. Epic quest.
May I ride on your shoulder?
You may.
Yes. Just starts
Aw.
scrambling up your legs. You just feel little twigs scratching onto you a little bit.
You can hold on to my braid.
Yep.
Ellie scoops up Rascos.
Rascos is he understands what's happening. It's been explained to him.
Thank you, Kyra.
Think about what?
I mean, you're the one who helps us directly talk to Rascos.
Over the last few weeks, you would have explained to him what was happening. And with a final look back, you close the door to the home you've built.
Oh, before we do that, actually,
Uh-huh.
I'm curious. How is BJ reacting to this?
BJ's down in the basement. He is actually going to stay there.
And have we explained the situation to him too?
You would have, yeah, by now.
It seems like, yeah.
So far, the only person who knows about BJ besides us is Groran and Hagen.
Yep. I've lived down here for some time. I will simply continue to do so. I will watch out for the place. Keep everything dusted, throw out any food that spoils.
Also,
Feel free to eat it before it spoils.
Also, Kai would have made sure to take most of the book.
Oh, absolutely.
Not letting Maisie have that shit.
Nope.
Yeah.
I will make sure that no one will know of the basement's existence unless they must. You've told me of the people that know. If they arrive, I will not kill them.
Oh. Okay.
Kel is like,
Maybe you can feel free to eat the food before it spoils, you know.
If the need calls for it.
And also keep an eye on the potted plant.
We're not bringing that?
It's a pretty big pot.
I suppose that is fair.
Well, we do have a bag of holding.
That would kill the plant.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? We take the plant out of it and plant it elsewhere, and then we just take the pot with us. The pot's too valuable to hide.
Yes, you could create an army with that with enough time, Ginkgo says.
And let me guess, you want to lead it.
Why no, Father? I was born to lead it.
Wait, we'll take the plant out and kill what I planted?
You don't know.
Will it not be... Aww.
If you plant it in something else, it might not grow up to be the animate plant like ginkgo is, or it might still. You don't know.
as Kale goes and fetches the plant from his shack, he comes back and he's quite clearly seen it's got a sprout coming in. What the fuck is this? Who did it?
Getting some like Mari Povich energy in here now.
Who did it? I'm not angry. I just want to know.
I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
Ellie says nothing.
Well, I didn't do it, and Rana would admit it she did. So
Why would we want to plant a plant?
I don't know.
well, a plant that comes alive, that's it looks like somebody one of those really hot peppers.
You can't tell what that is.
It's a tiny little sprout.
Yeah.
I can smell the spice.
I'm not
You don't
angry.
know.
I just want to know.
What will you do if you know? Imako says, just looking up at you, eyes slightly narrowed.
I don't know.
I don't know. Is everyone gonna inside Ellie now?
Hey, you have no reason to suspect her.
Well, Kyra already like
It's process of elimination.
yeah. And Rana would admit it. And Kyra didn't do it. Cal said
I
he
did
didn't
it.
do
What?
What?
And Mako speaks up. It was me. You know, I have a penchant for trouble. I couldn't help myself.
He's gonna insight into that.
Kyra knows that's bullshit.
You do. You absolutely do.
Especially because that would require Mako to...
No, there's no way she can actually lie to you. Oh, God, and God on high does she beat you. That was a 19.
Yep. And Cal is just wondering, it's like, he's now started to believe her. He's like, but how'd she do it? She doesn't have thumbs.
I have little Grinch feet. She just kind of dangles her paws up in the air.
I don't trust your little hands, tiny dog.
I'm not tiny, I'm average sized.
Oh, God.
Besides, it's not that hard to dig a hole. I'm a dog.
Yeah.
Carry the seed in my mouth. I drop it down. I bury it. You don't have much in the way of dogs where you come from, do you, Cal?
They're bigger than you.
So? Are they better looking?
They're not as pink.
Answer the damn question, Cal.
They're not as pink.
Damn.
Remember, his very first interaction was that dog is obnoxiously pink.
Right.
Say, you're smart. You figure it out.
Damn it. She just kind of paces away. It's like, we're not done talking about this. She just makes her way to the door.
Clearly we are.
Well, the process of elimination.
Cal, hey, Cal got his insight beat handily.
Cal
He
has
thinks
settled
that-
the matter.
Yeah, Cal thinks it was her.
Meanwhile, Kyra just looks to Mako with a... Why
He's just, he's taking the plant now and he's just wondering, but how'd she get it down from the shelf?
He walks away. Ellie looks at Kyra. Finger to her lips.
She can tell, Cal, she can tell.
She keeps the finger at her lips and shakes her head.
Wasn't even in. You hear in your head, I'm not even in on this shit. I just thought it'd be funny to mess with him.
Ellie and Mako have suddenly teamed up for chaos, and I'm loving it.
I don't normally condone gaslighting.
It's not gaslighting, Jesus.
Relax. It's like, if it ever gets really serious, I'll say something. Save it for a big moment to, I don't know, reveal deepest, darkest secrets or something. Besides, I figured we could use at least a little bit of a mood lightener.
Should we stop for any supplies before we go?
We going on that train thing, I'd assume going on that whole expedition thing.
Yeah, I think we get
And then
supplied.
I think we have one Zinni scroll left.
You do, yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, we should probably send a message to Gideon then.
Oh.
Who's getting in again?
The
Our
elf.
guild.
Their guild handler, quote unquote. Temporary.
Oh,
Yeah.
Crazy Gideon and his crazy wares.
He's what else?
He is a wood elf, yes.
Okay.
Damn
Well-
elves. You ruined Skyrim.
Ellie's going to make 2 stops before we're gone.
Okay.
She wants to stop by Shmamelia. Oh, she's gonna see if Shmamelia's at her stall or not.
He is setting up for the day, yes.
She's gonna wait for Shmamelia to step away.
Okay. She looks pretty busy. You might be waiting a bit for that, so
Ugh.
if you want to go up and interrupt her, that's an option too. She doesn't look like she's concentrating super hard. This is just daily routine, setting out her wares, getting her equipment ready.
Yeah, we just got over here.
All right. Oh, hi. Didn't expect to
Oh.
see you again so soon. How'd your message go?
Productive.
Vague.
We
Okay.
are headed out of town for a mission.
All right, this is if we do send one, and this is what the message will be.
You all have to agree to that. If so, it is your last one.
It is,
There
yeah.
There may be need for it.
Yeah. What? Letting Gideon know would be nice, but what does that do for us? Because this is our last one.
Well, it's also a sending soul. We can probably figure out where to buy more.
Yeah, they're not 100% cheap,
That's-
but
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
Up
if
to
we're
you
heading
guys.
to Fonto, that means we have a once a day sending orb. If need be.
It's
Yep, up to you guys.
true, but like having an emergency sending just between now and then could be really useful.
there's plenty of cases for it. I mean, you may need to tell Nicole where you to pick you up from.
Yeah, right. They'll say that. Then
Yeah, it'd be nice to like Gideon know, but this is our emergency sending.
Besides, can't the mayor tell him?
yeah, Kyle would just send a letter saying, Governess, could you inform our guild handler of the details of our meet and greet at the Hagen camp, Kyra?
Yep. Okay. You send a letter off to her on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, yeah. You just tell them how we're doing. To anyone who doesn't know, it's like, yeah, just how you doing. The whole Hagen, okay. But the Groran in particular would know
Yeah.
exactly what Kyra's implying.
Okay. Cool. Absolutely. You can send off a letter for that. Won't get a response back before you leave, but that is good to know.
Either way, Gideon will know.
He'll get the message. All right. So you're still at Schmamelia's?
Yeah. Perception.
Okay.
Anyone watching? I mean, I don't think anyone would be watching Shmamelia, but I want to see.
7.
What
Okay.
the fuck? What
Wow.
the fuck?
All right. You do see there are town guards, like the Madrian soldiers in their large bee-colored attire of sorts. They are fairly close by, but they are not. Don't seem to be paying attention. They're just walking, doing their rounds.
I hate. I love their armor, but I hate. I'm gonna get Hornet armor. You'll see.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you go to Madria, there are giant bees.
Yeah. I'll mock your bee armor with my Hornet armor.
This calls for Dr. Bees! My suitcase full of bees will handle this.
Okay. Well, she sees them. She knows they're being watched now, so she's not going to be as open as she was hoping to be. But we are headed out for our trip, for our next mission, and we just wanted to see you before we left.
I hope you have a good time. Whenever you come
Yeah.
back, when you come back, you need any healing or anything, you know where to find me.
She slides her She slides her a piece of paper.
Hmm?
It is a message we had for you, to read later, after we are gone.
Oh. She's
Opens
gonna
it up
insight you
immediately.
real quick.
Okay, deception. I'm
If you wish.
0 in this. I have a 0. Oh my god!
Hey! The Heaven or
What the
Hill
fuck?
rolls continue.
What the fuck,
I mean-
Ellie?
Yeah, no, you win.
Yeah.
She'd have to get a nat 20 for her to beat you on that front.
She wants her to be safe, so, She wants to feel like nothing's wrong.
She just kind of looks at you, studying you for a moment. Do you have your hood on currently?
Yeah.
All right. You know, you
No one
wear
can see
that
her
thing
face.
a lot to cover your face, but I can tell you're being serious even without it. You don't have to tell me what's going on or anything, but you've been a good friend.
Oh no!
Thanks for visiting,
Oh.
and I'll be sure to read
Ellie
this.
just fucking grabs her and
Oh,
hugs her.
oh. Just her big, thick gloved hands patting the back of you. Hey,
We are very grateful to have met you, Amelia.
well, we'll see each other again. We
Oh,
know just
God. The unintentional gut punches. We will. Don't suppose you have anything for the road.
I've already given you one freebie this week.
We don't have any gold. We were just teasing you.
You got me there. Okay. Happy trails. Tell me how the railway ride was when you get back. I'm really curious about that.
Oh, God. We will.
Absolutely. Have a good time. She just
You
gets
too.
back to setting up her stall.
She says very quietly, "Stay safe." And turns away.
All right.
Do I see any of the guards?
Roll perception again.
Alright.
Stop right there. Come and stop.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god! What the fuck? What is happening?
Wow.
I was joking about the Imperial Guard.
What is
I-
happening?
Well, I'll tell you what just happened. I also rolled in that one.
What?
Yeah. So,
What the fuck
there is
going
a
on?
moment as you're walking where you see guards. You just see them kind of turn and whisper to each other in their gas mask-esque faces, and then for a moment you wonder. Then one of them sneezes really awkwardly and kind of slips over on their own feet and trips and falls, and it just turns into this weird thing. The other one's awkwardly helping the other one up, and there's just this "I got you, bro. Aw, bro" kind of moment between them.
It's pretty gay,
Can
bro.
can I insight the guards?
You can if you choose.
I'm trying!
Sure. Take the risk. Hey, there we
23!
go. Really good roll.
Fuck! Finally!
They
just
notice nothing. They are just too busy being gay.
Okay. Good for them.
Good for them.
Oh my god! These bitches gay. Good for them. Good for them.
Jesus. Ellie's rolls tonight. They're
All
giving me
over the place,
anxiety.
All right. Anyone else?
What would Kyra?
You've got nothing wrong with that. We'll just move on to the
I'm just
train
trying to think.
station.
It's been a while since I'm trying to think of like anyone in town that Kyra has.
Mhm.
Any people at the school?
Besides the one kid with the cranium rat.
Well,
Actually,
you might never
yeah.
see Cranium Rabbit again.
Well, no, they'd actually. The students are going on this trip. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Kyle just says, pass the message on to the rat when they properly break away.
All right. Noted.
Basically, it'll be like, yeah, you're pretty cool. Don't come to school this day.
Oh God, dude.
Not
All right.
exactly, but
I get you, but wow, there's a reference. Yeesh. All right. Yeah. Nothing else from anybody else?
Oh, I'm good.
Uh,
Iran is
yeah.
just making sure that we've got absolutely everything out of that house.
Thanks to that bag of holding, all of your personal effects are able to be stowed. It is looking pretty full right now, though. You probably couldn't fit too much more in there.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Think would it be wise to try to do a shipping manifest to have certain things shipped by airship to Fonto?
Possible wouldn't be cheap.
Specifically, trying to organize. But also, maybe talk to Blackwood, like, hey, can I get like one of the Hydra head shipped to Fonto?
If you wanted to bring that up with them.
Yeah, basically, it's like. Basically, just that kind of cordial. Hey, you need to check out off the Fonto because
Show me back to my sister. Look at this red thing we did.
with also the hint, nudge of.
Okay.
You might not want to know what we decided.
That is true. He did say that he would rather not find out himself, just
Yeah.
in case.
They might like mind read him because he's your mentor.
Yeah, but it's not like Kai would just say ship one of the heads of Fonto and one of the heads of Fonto and one of the heads of Roth.
Say it's a gift to your family or relative, whatever.
Since we have 7 heads, so one head to Moroscos and one head Fonto.
It absolutely is a valid thing to try.
Oh wait, I just realized something.
Yeah.
Since this is the last time we're gonna might be in Ithwich at all, it's like so pizza.
Oh.
Probably best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should stop and get some pizza.
Aw. All right, easily enough. You stop over at the tavern, and you are granted Zaz. You guys have free on the house pizza for giving them the recipe, so.
Thank you, Arana.
You're welcome.
All right, you guys have each
Tyler
an
looks at
individual.
Rana. Well, if we need to make wherever we're going.
What?
Yeah, if we need
Let's just put it this way. I think food here is worse.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Wait,
Yeah, just, set your expectations low culinarily for where we're going.
yes. You haven't heard.
Oh god, don't bring that evil here.
It's like what kind of low expectations?
Fanto food is not good.
No.
Everything. Boy.
Everything is boiled.
Everything
boiled and there's a soft.
But I love haggis.
They're not creative enough to do haggis.
My God.
It gets
There.
worse. No.
No. What sort of backwards land is this?
Haggis. There is no
The
haggis.
straw that broke the camel's
No.
back for Phil.
It gets worse.
All right. With each of you getting a large pizza of your respective flavor choices.
Meat.
Yes, of course, meat lovers. You all make your way down and towards the entrance of the town that you and Arana entered through way back when. You actually notice that it looks very different. You haven't been that way in a while. You can see that there's a lot of people gathered around there. You can actually see the governess there, a bunch of others, because they are about to commemorate the grand opening of the rail line. You see, none of you have quite familiar. Fanto has like trolleys and the like that are Skystone powered, but this is a pretty massive machine.
Oh.
Just these massive motorized things set on the tracks that look like they can carry an army.
Oh.
You
That
see a
takes a
whole
different meaning now, Vivi.
Yeah, you see a whole lot of the workers, people who just very swarthy. Most of the men of the town have been working on it, so lots of goblins, humans, few half elves here and there, pickaxes, wiping sweat from their brows, patting each other in the back. They've been working on this for months. They are very happy to be done with it. You see the students gathering around, you see Blackwood among them, towering over them, and as you approach, Blackwood notices you. Ah, there you all are. Our guild protection. Wonderful stuff. Say, you're traveling heavy.
Pays to be prepared.
We always bring our spoils. Never know when the pieces might come in handy.
True enough. It's good to see all of you again. Say, I trust you are all ready for this rather intrepid expedition, this maiden voyage.
We've kind of surreal, but we're ready, Professor.
Of course, I wouldn't have it any other way. So, all right. Oh, look, you just hear this kind of clapping over slightly from behind him. Oh, they're about to do it. And you see the governess standing, just kind of up on a little pedestal right in front of the massive train car. You actually notice standing next to her is a... Yeah, no, you remember. You actually see a gold dragonborn standing there as well,
Oh,
on the other side.
is there anyone we recognize?
Roll intelligence, all of you, if you wish. Any one of you, if you choose. It has been a few months. 6. All right. I'll count that favor. Fine. I'll count it. No worries. It's actually quite high enough. You didn't really ever speak to the guy, but you do recognize that that was the dragonborn that admitted you all into Marascus when you first arrived.
Oh, that guy.
Yep.
Oh. No, yeah, me. I'm a filthy cheater.
Okay.
Which means I was smuggled in.
Yep. All right. Well, no, this is when you got into Marascus, not Ithwich.
Oh, Rascos. Okay.
Yep. We are here today to commemorate a wonderful thing. A true first step in a union between two nations. Our empire and your commonwealth. This railway will ensure safe travel between the two, and with it much trade, much prosperity, and long-lasting friendship. We should hope.
Oh. That's loaded.
The Dragonborn just nods and goes, agreed. So, this will be most fascinating. I've yet to ride on such a sort of skystone contraption. And what a noble pursuit it is, looking out over at the group of students and the guards, taking part in an exploration to learn more about our people and our culture and our history. It's a fascinating thing. Well, let's not tarry, shall we? On with the show. And the governess holds up her hand, and a giant pair of scissors just kind of apparates into it. The ribbon is cut, cheers are had, and people begin boarding the train. Step up right this way. Yes, here you go. Just big crowd, lots of throngs. As you are walking, Kyra, you feel a small weight land on your shoulder.
Gotta look. Rat.
It's the rat. What's up?
Hey, hello there. Thanks for the assistance the other day.
Oh, it helped. Glad you're coming. Be neat. Could be fun.
And
I never left town. Was born here.
So, Vivi, is this like the last time we'll be seeing, or we'll be breaking away after we leave Moroscos.
That's up to you guys. You've been recommended by various sources to break away after Marascos.
All right.
Yeah,
But-
we want to talk to Isaac, hopefully.
And it's a big city to get lost in.
Yeah. Major doesn't quite have the eyes there that it does here.
Indeed.
Besides,
Oops,
doppelganger.
conveniently, we missed the
Doppelgangers
train.
aren't Major, though. That's something else.
So,
Now, one last perception over everything.
sure.
Yeah, Kyra's just gonna. Kyra investigate to make sure there's no like plants or anyone like suspiciously. Or was that perception?
That would be. Start with a perception, and based on that, I'll decide whether or not an investigation's warranted.
Alright, Kyra has a 2 and
16. Okay, not bad. All right.
4.
Yep. As you all walk up towards it, carrying all of your things, Ginkgo is making excited commentary about the size of the giant moving house.
Is this our new home, Father?
But we live here now.
No, it's just a fancy cart.
Oh, cool. If I could see it, I would be sure to comment on that. What color is it? It
What
is.
color is it?
It's just kind of a dingy gray with a bit of bluish paint on it.
It's
pink.
boring, is what it is.
It's pink, it's pink, it's pink. You won't know the damn difference.
It is boring, is what it is.
Oh. I had hoped it would be exciting.
Meanwhile, what does Kyra's nerd eye see?
With those rolls, the crowd appears to largely just be students. The hooded figures, the governess you see, just kind of standing watching everyone go. As you are, Blackwood kind of takes his arm around your shoulder and rushes you on in. Just, onward we go. I'll show you where you're seated. Your guild protection. You get your own special car to yourself.
Yeah, did Ellie see anything on the way in?
Nothing that Kyra didn't.
Okay.
Alright. Stepping on board, it kind of has that, first time for most of you, it's a very much a new car smell. Kind of slightly dingier. It's not been spoiled by transit yet. It smells similar to the inside of an airship, like the compartments people are supposed to be in, not the stowing cargo area Ellie would know.
Still a little uncomfortable, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But it is somewhat enclosed. There are windows lining each side all along the length. And you are shown to a small, quaint private car for yourselves. It has bunks along the sides, a table, a little bar. Kind of plush red carpeting and that has a bit of yellow and black mixed in as well.
We get to our car and Clint's there holding up with a bunch of armed guards.
No guards, thankfully.
So no Empire Strikes Back.
Not yet, no.
Yet.
No, not yet.
Don't bring
You know
that
what
us
you've
on.
done, okay.
You haven't met Lando yet.
Sorry, how could you?
Besides, one of you has to be off training with a little Muppet in a faraway place for that to actually happen.
Technically, me and Ellie did that last night.
Yeah, that's true.
But
you're
you're
back.
done with it already.
So wait, does that mean Ellie's gonna lose an arm?
She almost did.
Yeah, that's not out of the question.
Does that mean
She's
I'm not
the
going to get a
fighter.
medal?
He's the fighter
Oh,
who gets
wow.
What?
Does that mean
What?
I'm not going to get a medal?
Wow!
And then in the
Amazing.
Pointless Sequel series, they're going to give me one, even though it means nothing?
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
It got lost in the bale, Kel.
Amazing.
Wait,
I
if
mean,
Ellie,
kidding, all things considered.
Why do I even care about this? I can just
Alright.
make one.
if Ellie's Luke, Kel is Chewie,
Yep.
Does that mean Arana and Anne?
I think Arana's
Yes!
Yoda.
No, I'm Han now. Fuck you.
Oh,
Means
God.
you're Leia.
It's like, well, think about it. Does Arana have the energy of a weed dealer?
Yes.
Yeah,
Then she's Han. He
Fair.
ran Spice.
fair. What's
Which means
Kyra then?
Kyra is C-3PO.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ouch.
We need a Leia, and no, that actually makes sense. Sumako is R2-D2 in this equation. I didn't even think of that. Damn.
Oh my
Well, I
God.
guess that just means you're going to be worshipped or something.
Oh, seriously, it works. The languages, the anxiety.
Oh my God.
Blonde.
An
You're
absolute
much more
troll
powerful.
sometimes.
Has almost died.
Kyra has an almost.
Yeah, she did. She hasn't hit 0 HP, but she's been in a couple dangerous spots, like with the deep scion.
Either way.
I was looking to the Gru.
Oh, I didn't almost kill her. Kyra got out of dodge. It just killed everyone around her.
Kyra just bought herself time by letting everyone else die.
See, you don't have to outrun the bear. You just got to outrun everyone else.
Exactly. All right. So, entering into the cabin, Blackwood just kind of looks you all over, just like, well, this should be shipshape. You will not have. You can interact with anyone on the car at your leisure. We should make Marascos by sunset. So much less time.
That is very quick.
It took you several days to pass through here before, and, well, there won't be any trouble with any of the Paratons or Ettins or Ogres out here. I assure you of that. We're quite ready to deal with these things. This train has defenses.
What kind of defenses?
Magical ones. You know, airships have mounted guns, the like.
Mm,
Well, I have a group of very distraught, very horny, and very unfocused students to go herd. Got to make sure they're all prepared for this and they don't just use this trip as an excuse to sneak off and go get laid.
what do these words mean? We do not understand.
Leave you to it.
Go off and make Telly.
What?
She doesn't know that either.
No! She was a fucking child!
When two people love each other very, very much.
They fuck.
Thank you.
Wow!
The energy
Oh,
here.
fuck.
And with that, Blackwood closes the door. It actually kind of closes automatically on its own. Just this little suction sound, and you are all left to your devices.
They're practicing making children.
Ew.
It's honestly how I feel about it too, Ellie.
Anyways,
That's disgusting.
anyways, I've said lots of things today, lots of words. I'm gonna take a nap.
That is fair, Cal. She pats him hard on the shoulder.
The bunks are a little small for you, I'm sorry.
Aww.
Your hooves are kind of angling off a little bit.
At this point, he's probably used to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't make beds here like they do where you're from.
We'll get you a bed someday.
I had a bed.
We'll get you...
We're leaving
Oh,
it
no.
behind.
Fuck.
Alright.
This sucks.
Well, Anna going where we planned, then well, a pizza chain business might be a good front to get us started.
A what? I didn't hear that.
A pizza chain business as a front is a good way to get us started.
Like the mob. Like the mob.
It's
Pizza
true.
train.
Pizza chain. Starting your own pizza.
Kill
business.
her, pizza train.
Close enough.
That does sound like a good business idea. I'll build one right next to the casino. Pizza train.
What if the casino? What if the casino is also a bar and a pizza place, but it's on a.
See what happens when the train breaks down. Do you just like? What if you
Called
could
mending.
repurpose the car and make that a pizza place?
I like what you're thinking. And, like, we can make it entertaining for all ages. We can have, like, I don't know, automatons, like that text thing in front of that armory place.
That thing was just creepy, though.
Yeah, but these won't be. They'll look like animals.
It could have been a big. Those are just little text.
You son of a bitch. I am not working at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Play music. You can be up there on the stage, Urana. Think about it.
Vivi, I will murder you first. Rana would be for it, but not me.
Listen, I had to work at a Luda starting off, so I never knew what being ogled at what was like until that.
Well,
Ooh, I'm getting those memories right now. That is gross.
Well, I just hope no snakes show up.
Snakes?
Snakes.
Why would there be snakes?
I just got a feeling.
You have snake radar?
No, but, you know, encountering snakes on a train would be pretty fucked up.
Wow, you all didn't get that until now?
I was in
I was
blissful
willfully-
ignorance. Yes.
Yeah.
That up immediately. Wow.
Was blissfully unaware that that's where that was going.
Damn
Now you are burdened with knowledge.
Horrible knowledge. Alright. The train begins to move with a powerful lurch underneath your feet.
Ellie falls, gets fucking knocked on her ass.
Yep. And you feel and begin to see as out of the windows to the side, which are very clean until you all press your hands up against them, and then it's never coming off.
Yeah, Ellie watches Ithwitch until it's gone.
Yep. It does take a minute to fade into it. Around the first bend of the canyon, the rock walls obscure it.
Do I see Pelagorn one last time when I got out the window? Do I see
You
him
are
at
not
all?
close enough to see him, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Gans.
Cal's gonna lift up Ginkgo so he can look out the window.
Aww.
Father, I don't have eyes. I will
Rasco's
take your word
right
for whatever I am looking at, quote unquote.
It's pretty.
Nice.
Puts him back down.
And before long, all you can really see is just canyon walls on either side. It's not the most scenic of trips, but it's moving pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I suppose it's not a bad way to travel.
I suppose. Is anyone here good at, like, centering their mind? Is that a no?
What you got last night was about what I got, Ellie.
That is fair.
Good at it. You hear Uther Marn say under his breath, Kel. It's like, shame I can't talk to her.
I can
You are
always.
dang.
Well, you can always tell me, and I can always tell her.
Yeah, but like... Kel, you know what the work in progress is?
God!
That
my
Is
god.
that like a trick question?
You're real good at the smashy boy. It's a wonderful thing. Never forget it, but you've got some focus issues yourself when it comes right down to it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to speak up.
Hey, Cal,
Hmm.
you're just taking a break now, right?
Yes.
Would you like to sit and try and clear your thoughts with us?
Sure.
We're just sitting here for the whole day anyway.
Yeah.
She pats like the seat next to her.
Sits down.
Okay. You both can roll wisdom checks if you so choose.
Oh my god, Kel.
I will count the
No.
save. I will count the
Yeah.
save.
What the fuck? Oh, whoops.
Oh my god.
I
Oh
will
well.
count. It's like, Ellie, you've got the sight of the town disappearing was a little much for you, and it's a little hard to
Yeah.
get past it.
She's
Kel?
trying, but
Well, to quote the Lego movie. Nah, never mind. I'm not going to be that mean. It's like, you actually managed to do a pretty good job. Maybe a little bit out of spite for what Uthermarn said. Maybe a little bit just out of the fact that you have a lot to think about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
and that's going towards a ABI, so natural funny.
He's got no motivation. Oh, thanks, Dad.
I'll show you.
He is having a hard time doing it, but she notices Kel actually does pretty well, and you know what? That's okay with her.
Yep, you still had a really great time last time.
Yeah. She got
Alright.
Kel to do something with her. That's hard.
Yep. So, the first little stretch and a couple hours pass. Nothing particularly eventful, just the same view. Just rocks on either side. They're a lot more clear cut than they were the last time you passed through. Like, actually very impressive how smooth they are. You think there's probably some magic involved. Keeping the rocks far away, so even if rocks fell, there wouldn't be any danger of them getting to the track.
Meanwhile, the Ettins. Oh man, my favorite spot.
Hey, Kyra killed that.
There could be other ends, though.
Oh dear.
So, a couple hours pass, quiet, doing whatever you choose to do to pass the time inside of this decent-sized compartment.
I'll keep up the same thing, whether that lets me roll or not.
Yep.
Up to you.
Not enough for a reroll yet.
Yeah, sure.
So, it's interesting that, I heard the words blissfully ignorant earlier.
Uh-oh.
The door leading towards the back of the train suddenly opens without any warning. And inside, whisper the quiet steps, is the black-garbed figure of the Headmaster Bliss.
What?
Ooh?
In our train car?
Yep.
Who have we've never I mean Kyra obviously has, but like we've never
Nope.
seen this person, have we?
You all did see him in the Lost episode. Very briefly, he entered into Blackwood's office. Since nobody here
okay.
has seen him yet, long black robes and a metal mask that kind of appears crescent moon-esque with the same kind of exaggerated Glasgow smile on it.
Hmm. Okay.
So basically, he just stepped into our compartment.
Yep, just walked right in. It's like,
Uh,
the cute.
The what?
Is this you, Headmaster?
You must be Kyra Scott. My sympathies. Being classed as being a lich has its difficulties. That was a joke.
Yeah.
Uh,
You would allow me a moment. He just kind of begins moving around the corners of the cart. He does not make a single sound when he moves. It's almost like he's not even taking steps. And
Yeah,
there is
that's
a
him.
chill in the air when he is nearby.
Yeah. Ellie's trying not to, pay any mind unless spoken to.
You all seem capable.
Is there something you need assistance with, Headmaster?
No need for that. You need to be well rested for your upcoming duties. I am only here for this first stretch of the voyage. This is a great step forward for the Empire, after all. I must ensure. He kind of turns, and you can't see his eyes through the mask, but he looks at all of you. I must make sure it arrives unspoiled.
Inside?
If you wish.
No, I don't feel the fucking chance because he's a lich, but whatever. Yeah.
Let's see if he nat once.
Or read at 20.
Kel!
I'm definitely gonna try to insight this time.
He's
Nope.
definitely on guard with a fucking
Can I get
majoring
advantage
lich.
since I know the things that he's...
Honestly, 10 was the DC to pass for the cursory glance of it. He's checking to make sure that it's not being sabotaged or like there wasn't some kind of ashen bomb placed. He is sweeping the cars right now. Kel, with that 24, you can definitely tell also your instincts, and you can feel Uthermarn bristling up. This guy is bad news. He is faking the pleasant disposition just a little bit, but you have a feeling that might just be due to him generally being a lich.
Yeah. And Kel in his head is just going to privately think to Uth. Oh, wait, he can't hear his thoughts, can he?
You don't know that.
No, I was meaning, can Uthermarn hear Kel's thoughts?
You mentally communicate.
Yeah, it's when the lich said unspoiled.
Ironic coming from him.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Don't let him hear that. Like, this is one of those keep your mouth shut times. And he just kind of holds his hands up, just scans every dimension of the compartment for a time.
Is he giving Ellie any eye because of her clothes?
Oh, you notice his gaze linger on you for a moment.
Okay.
Everything appears in order then. Very good. This is a rather fascinating way to travel. Rather limiting, rather enclosed.
Ellie's trying not to bristle because Cage is...
Yeah, you're in a tight, enclosed space with an extremely powerful thing, yes.
She's been okay, but this is kind of wigging her out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Safe travels if we do not see one another again. Be careful. The world is a dangerous place. And you won't always have something like me to protect you.
The door just slides open. Onto
Can I
door.
insight that last thing?
You certainly can.
Okay.
14,
14.
okay.
Sorry, go on, girl.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good roll. Okay. Alright, Ellie. This guy, let me roll for him actually to see exactly the degree we're working with here. Good roll on his end. Okay. None of you beat him in the truest of senses, but a couple of you get close enough to where you don't think that was a threat in any capacity, Ellie, now that you could tell. And Kyra, you can definitely see that he was being genuine about this. Magisters are typically not put in positions like him. They are usually magical artillery that gets sent in when shit really goes down. They're often kind of treated like disposable weapons. It's actually a little bit unusual that he's here like this.
Wait. Kyra's gonna think of something.
You don't pull out a blade unless you intend to use it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because Kyra's getting some bad vibes.
And guess where we're heading?
No, you know what it is?
Hmm?
Bomb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because guess where we're heading? The closest Commonwealth city.
No, as in Major's gonna toss a false flag, blow up the train, and then frame the Commonwealth for it.
Exactly.
Possibly.
Ooh.
That is a good thought to have.
Ooh. Justification for war.
I do
That's
not
nasty.
like that guy.
And
Teenage-
to specify, he did disappear after he said that. Off to check the rest of the car. So you were alone. You said that.
Yeah.
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 Kyra didn't say that out loud either. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kel was like...
writes it down
Mm-hmm.
Kel was definitely... I
to
don't
make
like
sure
that guy.
he didn't like put any like listening spells or anything.
Uh,
This shit sucks.
it does. But she eyes Zorana. We must keep trying.
Damn, none of us know detect magic.
I'll get right on that once I get my wizard levels.
Wait a minute. I have. Or
What? Okay.
I'm
Get out
going
on
to
it.
use Eye for treasure. I cast Identify a liquid object as a 10-minute ritual.
Mm-hmm.
And locating, trying to find any sort of like magical bombs or anything placed.
Okay. Clever. All right.
It just
That
said locate object or identify for free, so
Yeah. All right. You detect nothing.
So no bomb.
Nope. No bomb. No glyph of warding. No nothing.
Why is he
so
here?
nothing on the train.
Nothing on the
Fair.
train within range that you could think.
To be fair, he don't need anything else. He is the bomb.
Yeah.
Funny you should say that,
What?
because about a moment later, a few minutes into the search, after you look over and comb everything, have a fair sense of assurance, there is just this burst of sound. As the train passes, you all look over and you see loose rocks falling off of the side. Looking up, there is a perfectly cut sphere cut out of the canyon wall. And you see a couple of severed limbs, very large legs falling to the canyon floor below.
What?
What the hell?
Is it like a periton limb?
No, those were big, very humanoid-looking limbs, kind of a similar stature to the Etten you guys fought.
Oh, was it one of the train's cannons?
That
What?
Kyra would recognize what airship
That
cannon
was
sounds
not
like.
that was not a big repulsor. That was a gravity well spell.
Oh,
Oh.
what the fuck?
After a moment, some of the Madrian guards enter in very quickly. It's like, any damages? Looking around very quickly.
What happened?
Might I ask what happened to us?
Etten attempted to ambush the cart, but Master Bliss made short work of it. And it just kept moving on past. We're going to check the other cars now. There were a lot of falling rocks. Need to make sure nothing got damaged. Everything appears clear here. Stay safe, all of you. Let us know if you see anything.
Perception out the window?
If you wish.
Roll perception a lot.
Yep, a
Oh
9.
my god!
No, nothing. It's
Fuck you, roll 20!
it's not a good night for you, barring that one great
No!
moment.
That is not the sort of spellcaster that you send on
A
In-
diplomatic mission.
what is basically a milk run, yeah?
That's a nice little spell, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. That's,
Unless that's just how these liches of yours react to threats like that, Kyra?
Sometimes. Most of the time.
Seems a bit overkill.
Didn't this thing's carriage been able to take care of it? Wasn't that dangerous?
He might have been trying to flex.
But why?
Pretty clear message if you ask me, Imako says, looking out. How better to tell people, don't ever come here again. That's a message to anyone that wants to try to mess with the Empire.
It is not a threat at Marascos. It's a threat at anything coming to the train.
No, it's a threat to Marascos, alright.
It's a threat to anything that flies overhead, dragons included. And, looking at how perfectly clean-cut that rock was, I don't think a dragon could take that easily. So yeah, that's what he casted, by the way.
Oh my god. Ravenous Void?
Mhm.
I'm imagining the sound effect is like the seismic charge from Star Wars Attack of the Clones.
Exactly that, actually. Except it sucks everything into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Alright.
nasty spell.
Yeah, Kyra is gonna cast Identify on the thing that Karkron, or Baron.
Yep. It is very much a clan charm. It doesn't really have like an identified name because it's not like an identified magical item in the truest of senses.
But it is magical. Sure.
It is. It technically is magical. It emanates a sort of what school of magic is that spell? Let me check real quick.
I think Conjuration is Evocation.
I believe so, yes. Just checking real quick. Yep, it is Conjuration. It does emanate some Conjuration magic in that. It is just a symbol that you are an honorary Sahagan yourself, and it allows you to cast Find Steed an unlimited number of times for each person, so to speak, but it can only summon sharks.
Oh, we can shark ride.
Yep.
Oh.
So it resets on the long rest.
This will count as a long rest now, yes.
Do I get another-
I mean the charm.
It is it is per day. You can cast it as many times as you need to.
Ah.
You can't use it to like summon an army of sharks though. That's just
So one per person. Right.
Yep. It is tied to the members of the clan there. It knows that many.
Gotcha.
Alright. So yes, you
Do Malays count or as land
They-
sharks?
they do not in this instance, no.
Oh.
That would be very funny though.
Darn it.
Well, I tried, but hey, but we're a river. Well, sharks can't live in a river. Bull shark.
You never know.
Non-Spadaya, motherfucker.
Alright.
Another shot, or?
I will grant one more shot.
I'm afraid of my roll.
I thought so. That's a dinner mercy.
Same
Yes,
exact.
can.
Alright. That rattled you a little bit, but hey, you got that one really nice time. The problem is you keep trying to find that moment again. You think that's the only one for the moment. It's different. It's a state of mind that it's going to take practice to attain. But you did get it right once, and you know you can do it again.
Yeah, and low roll or not, it's still a roll going.
Sure is.
I am not discouraged.
Yeah, I just need to remember that my first tricks I have locate objects identified as a trick. I have.
You do.
That would have been really fucking useful in the Deep Scion arc.
And that's why it's important to keep track of your abilities. All right. The rest of the trip passes without incident. And after you start to see the sun arcing through the sky from what little of the angle you can see from overhead, you see the canyon walls beginning to widen out. You see a lot more dust in the air and a much more open sky. And as the train comes to a stop, you realize, as a large another wall of stone comes into view, you are at the base of the mountain of Marascos.
Hey.
Well, that was quick.
Definitely a much shorter trip than the last time. Less perilous, too, all things considered. No, that's not true at all. Hopefully the next time will be. I would take a couple of Ettins over that.
Yeah.
Yes, we would.
We might not have been in physical danger, but it's not the only way to be in danger.
Yeah.
Ettins, I can fight. Not someone who can explode me with his brain.
You just have to get stronger, Kel. Eventually you'll be able to be like, ha, fuck you, I defy your explosion.
Yeah, because that went so well last time.
Get better, and it will, actually.
It's almost like this is a game mechanic.
It's true. You need to level up your skills. Increase your ability scores. Get your proficiency bonus up.
You're saying things.
I am indeed. Alright, so the train comes to a stop. The guards come in again. Just, alright, everyone, we're on our way out. We've arrived in Marascos. And departing, Blackwood meets with the lot of you, lets you know that their plan is to leave in the morning. They've made lodging arrangements, but if you have anything you need to do or anything you wish to do until then, that time is yours.
Spice it.
Yes,
Yeah.
obviously. Now, it's starting to get late, so you guys want to do that or call it here and do that next time?
Kaylee?
I can't go much longer.
Alright. Schmeizik's conversation might be a lengthy one, so
Yeah,
we can wait and do that next time. It's a good opening point anyhow. Alright. So, seeing the familiar city that you spent some time in back when Ellie was cursed, now in a very different light, leaving behind the one you came from, knowing that it's a staging ground for some very serious things in the making. That is where we shall end the session for tonight.
Some good shit happened.
Yeah.
Fucking good RP on all of you. I am very pleased with that.
But I'm playing Madria. People know.
Yeah.
That's a really good character ones tonight.
Yeah,
I got fine speed for only star.
it's true.
That's the thing I was asking BB. Thanks for indulging me on that one.
Yeah.
That was too funny an idea to not do, and way too situational to be too easily abused.
Okay.
Oh man, that was good.
Would you like to sign off, Evia? And I will stop recording.
Yes, I shall. Well, nerds, thanks for listening. Good night. Take good care of yourselves. Wash your hands.
Wear a mask, damn it.
It's true, you should. Just common